Alex said he was gonna kill you last.
And welcome. Howdy, partners.
Hello.
Ew.
I am.
Howdy.
We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, we do short-run campaigns, we do the long-run campaign. It's TTRPG, we do it all. Now, today, we got a good old game of Deadlands here for you. Now, before I get to introducing these lovely folk I got here with me, I'm gonna run through a few announcements that I got for you. So, if you have seen our schedule, I'm not gonna read the announcements in that voice because you're gonna hear it for the rest of the stream. You'll know that we have not one but two games of Lancer this Sunday, in addition to our normal game of Pathfinder on Saturday. And next week we have even more Pathfinder, as well as some D&D 5th edition, and a game of Slayers, which I am super excited for. Picture D&D, but more rules light. And every class
Extremely rules-like.
and every class has their own combat mechanics. It's very cool.
I'm in that one.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, we're approaching the end of the month. And that means that we're going to be putting out the casting call and the schedule for next month's games. So, if you like what we do here on the channel and you want to be part of it, you can join our Discord at the link down below. It's where we post all said information for the casting calls, and it's where we just generally hang out and be nerds. Other than that, you'll notice the lovely tokens that we have here for each of our wonderful cast. These are all made through Hero Forge. Not only can you make beautiful tokens, portraits, but you can actually make miniatures for when, we can all throw dice in person again, whenever that day may be.
One day.
But if that sounds good to you, because you can even color them on the website, and they make beautiful stuff, you can use that link there, heroforge.com, with the Lost Caravan RPG link. You'll support us and get cool stuff in the process. It's win-win as far as I can tell. But I think that's pretty much it for announcements. We're running a little light now that we're hitting the end of the month. So, before I talk anyone's ear off, why don't I go around, give everyone a chance to introduce themselves, introduce your character for the evening. We'll jump into some backstory. I'll start to my left with James.
Well, howdy. I am James from Deadly DA, and I'm here to play Little Joy McClain, a famed bounty hunter of the West, and I have little clue of what I'm doing when it comes to this game, because primarily I play Pathfinder, and yeah, that's about it. I'm just really excited to be here.
Heck yeah. And real quick, Darcy, if you were still here, thank you so much for the Prime sub. You're amazing. Love ya. Then we'll jump down to Aubrey.
Hello, I am Aubrey. You can usually find me on the internet over at Mad Queen Cosplay, and I am, usually do goblins and gaze things. I'm excited to be back again playing some Deadlands. I am playing Kestrel Hess, your local bounty hunter, family was killed by some weird, strange creature, and now she hunts it to the ends of the earth. Because reasons. Reasons.
We haven't hit that story arc yet. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then up to Nikki.
Hello, I'm Nikki, aka the creator of Beholders Who Know One, a TTRPG podcast where you can find pretty much anything you would like. Also, I'm the DM for Awfully Queer Heroes with their Tower of the Soul campaign. I'm playing today Ophelia. I forgot my last name. Ophelia Calloway. She's just the daughter of a preacher and also a huckster, but she doesn't know that part actually. So all her power comes from the Lord, and not a demon at all. No, it's just the Lord.
Of course. And last but not least, Kyle.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I really can't be found anywhere other than around here hanging out with the Lost Caravan right now, which is a good place to be. Tonight I'm playing Sam Stillwater, Texas Ranger, veteran of the Civil War, which is still going on, and well, also I think I'm the only seasoned member of the party tonight. So I traded that in to give Hooper some fun things to play with.
I didn't know that was an option. Damn it.
I mean,
You weren't paying attention to the book.
I think you all gave yourself enough interesting traits. You didn't need my help.
To hang ourselves with.
Anyways, let's jump into just the tiniest bit of backstory. Then we'll roll some dice. So, the four of you. The band of vermin hunting, outlaw catching, overall do-gooders, if you will, in your own ways. We're all presented with a job. Local bounty went up. Maybe you were just passing through town. Maybe this is home, one or some of you. But those in question, a band of vigilantes. Your job is to hunt them down. Around these parts, they go by the name of the Bloodshot Gang. Their crime is none other than bank robbery, museum robbery, necromancy. The reward, the not-so-paltry sum of 300 silver, assuming that you can return all those stolen goods. Anything you don't return gets knocked off the reward, but cover that when you get back. In addition, each member of the gang you can bring back alive as a bonus. And they might just double it if you can bring back the leader alive. Now, this is going to be no walk in the park, you understand? You're going through the Virginia swamps. There's all kinds of critter in there. All kinds of beasties that want to see you dinner. Now, any final preparations? Any last will and testaments? Any final goodbyes you gotta give? Now's your chance.
Out of character. Is this our hometown?
That is entirely up to you.
Because if it is, I'm gonna go say bye to my father.
Fair.
I
Go ahead.
I was saying I'm honestly unsure. I mean, it's just Kestrel really wouldn't have many people to say goodbye to. It's more of just like, hi, you bartender, you're good to me.
You. Fuck you. I've always hated you.
Yeah, it's just bartender. Here's an extra silver dollar because you're so good to me. I may not come back for this.
For anyone that might be jotting down notes or wants it for their own peace of mind, your contact goes by the name of JJ, head of the bounty committee here in the town of Flatridge.
Good old JJ.
I think Mr. McLean is going to go say goodbye to his favorite little side piece and then get ready to take off.
All right.
have a bit of the hair of the dog to bit you, and get ready to head off.
Yep.
So, no sad goodbyes for old Sam over there?
No, fortunately, the only person Sam still cares about actually died on the way into town. Sam's horse. So Sam ended up hoofing it the rest of the way into town, saddle slung over his shoulder. Nothing like a ranger without his horse.
Oh,
Miss that horse.
Ophelia, looks like you might be the only one that's got anyone of substance to say goodbye to.
Hey, I got someone of substance. She provides very much.
You don't even know her real name.
It's Sugar. At least that's what she tells me.
Every time I pay her that silver dollar, her name's Sugar.
Exactly.
Of course, Ophelia, approach the church. We'd hear the sounds of the sermon, that late night rousing sermon that your father likes to give. Handful of the parishioners that still come to church these days. Their numbers seem to be dwindling by the week. Just poking your head in through the door, see him up front, just as passionate and as fiery as ever.
It's probably why people stop coming around, but I'm not going to tell them that. I love the show.
At one point, he would lock eyes with you. You'd see just a moment of confusion, and then continuing on. You're content to sit through the rest of the sermon. Eventually, people would. Go ahead.
I would wait. Yeah.
Eventually, people would start to get up, or shaking his hand, dropping a coin or two. The coffers. Whatever they had to spare.
When they're like getting up, can I give a speech to encourage them to drop more coin?
Yeah.
Because I have work the room.
uh,
That allows me to add additional die when supporting with persuasion. So I'm supporting my father
of course.
to raise money for the church.
Won't make you give that rousing speech here on stream, but
Thank goodness. So I didn't have.
Go for it. Roll it up.
I didn't have one.
I mean, you go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Sorry.
I'm the only one that gets put on the
simple
spot.
donation,
Make
you
speeches.
could make one more undead critter dead again.
How do I roll with this thing? Do I have to roll automatic? I think I have to roll automatic. That's a 6.
No bonuses to that?
No. Hold on. Let me just double check.
It is a success, just in case you were raise it.
Oh, I can roll an additional die. So let me just roll a d8 again.
Take the higher of them, I would assume.
Yeah. So still, around 8 is the highest. I guess 6. I don't know. 6 or 8. They're both ones.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the wild die can't ace.
You can.
Can it?
Yeah. Either die can ace.
I swear I saw that it could.
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
Unless it changed, but.
No, I trust you. Yeah. Your speech to the, 6 or 7 people here, mostly older folk that, had things to do during the day, and this is their stop off before they head home. A few of them that will listen to your words and nod and smile, go back, drop off coin or two offers.
That's what I thought.
Once they're all gone, of course, your father will just start packing up the book, packing up all of his materials and possessions. Well, I wasn't expecting to your pretty face tonight. What's the occasion?
It's the day I'm going out.
Right.
Did you mix your days up again?
You know, getting up there, days get a little confusing. Well, do what I always tell you to do. Stay safe and come home.
Of course, and I'm going to bring more people for this church. I'm going to get all of them to come here. And they'll be in this church. Watch.
Oh, I believe you. And you could see, looking off to the side, very much trying to stay composed. Doing his best to stay strong, but will eventually come over, hold his arm out, do a big ol' hug.
She hugs him with 2 arms.
Oh, no.
He's like, I love you too, Pop.
Yeah. Oh, you got a hell of a grip on you. Alright. I know you're gonna be fine out there.
I know, I'm smart. I know what I'm doing.
Of course you do. Alright, well...
And I got all these people to protect me. They're all real good.
Are we all just like in the back of the church, like, bye?
Just right out the door.
I probably dragged all of you here at least once.
You were all done saying goodbye like 15 minutes ago. Now you're just waiting.
We're just like...
It's like, God damn, Ophelia. I can't interrupt the sermon. I'm sorry. It's important.
Well, out there, you stay safe too.
We'll try, sir.
Go with the grace of God, is that what they say?
Close enough.
That's what we'll do.
Give you one last squeeze of a hug and then a soft shove towards the door.
She'll make sure she has her Bible and pats her waist pocket to make sure her cards are in there, and then she goes off. Sorry, I'm so sorry, but that sermon was just real good, and I could not interrupt it, guys. I apologize.
Yep,
I don't know which is worse, preachers or politicians.
Politicians, of course. Preachers are always doing God's work.
I don't know, they both make me really tired.
That's just the Lord working in mysterious ways.
Guess that's the Lord saying you need to take a nap.
You're telling me. Maybe one more pop off to sugar might be a terrible idea.
And
to be fair, you don't ever take that long, but
Yeah.
And
With
we're
very
headed
little
out of
money, you
town.
pay for very little time.
I don't know what you're talking about, but as long as you have fun.
It's like 1 silver for, an evening. Expensive.
I'm classy, that's why.
So, with the 4 of you all prepared to head out of town, who has horses?
Not me. But I have a
horse.
I was like, it's like they gave you a lot of money to start with, and I didn't use like all of it, so I still have like over $150.
Well, a horse is 150. A saddle's 25.
Yeah, that's also another reason why I have so much money. I didn't buy a horse.
All right. So, 2 of you are on horseback, 2 are on foot.
We just do the double up thing.
That wouldn't be very ladylike.
Kestrel
Efficient.
won't
Fair to the
care.
horse.
If nothing else, you are welcome to switch off, to, give the horse a break every once in a while, not run him ragged. But first stretch of the journey. We'll depart town of Flatridge. It's mostly quiet. The late night air, cool against your skin, sound of crickets, down to the wildlife out there. Very soothing. Get far enough out of town, reach the point where you could set up camp, could ride through the rest of the night and into tomorrow. Choice would be up to you.
What do we think? Should we make camp for the night, or should we just keep on going?
If we keep on going, the horse is going to be real tired.
This is true.
You ever tried to ride a horse in the dark?
Yes, why do you think I don't have a horse?
That explains everything.
There.
Definitely make camp.
Okay. I know that you're all seasoned enough at travel and living outdoors that setting up. Oh, really?
Give it a second. It'll
Really?
kick back in.
Internet?
You're back.
This is what you're
You're
gonna do
back.
today. This is all right.
Other than Sam, is everybody else still a novice, or am I supposed to be higher level?
I am also a novice.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
a novice.
I think everyone.
Just making sure. You said season, so I got excited.
Yeah, I am seasoned.
Comes with certain drawbacks.
It does.
1 or 5.
Yeah. So yeah, you like I was saying before, my internet really cut me off. You are all seasoned travelers enough that you would be able to sustain yourselves out on the trail, no issue. Well, you'd eventually have a nice campfire going, have your sleeping mats rolled out. Is there anything that any of you would like to do before nodding off for the night?
So,
Go ahead.
I was saying, just before we get into this, before we really get into a spot where, it gets a little more dangerous, what is our plan going into this? Are we going in guns blazing like it's worked for us so many times? Or are we actually going to be smart about this?
I just figured we would talk our way through it.
Yes, we will talk them into surrendering themselves. I think this will work. I don't see anything wrong with this plan.
It worked at least once.
Well,
That doesn't count.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I've only got 2 pairs of handcuffs.
Well, we get
handcuffs?
creative then.
You could get 4 people together with 2 pairs of handcuffs, just one on each wrist. No,
This is true.
Great.
This is true.
my math's off. I didn't go to school.
Wait, no, you can get 4, and then what you do is you put them in 2 pairs,
Mm.
and then you have somebody in the center. If they try running, you blast one in the foot.
Oh, we are supposed to bring them in as alive and whole as we can, people.
It will be alive, just with a little hole in the foot.
Or the
Minus 2 toes.
I mean, yeah, it's alive. That is a hole.
Exactly. We just got to make sure they don't bleed to death.
And then, I mean, I feel like, if anything, the leader is the one we should focus on making sure we bring back alive. The rest of them, we'll bring them back alive if we can.
You'd be surprised how many points on a person that you can hit with a bullet and they'll technically still live. Excruciating pain, granted there, but they'll live. Shoulders, legs, feet. Anywhere that's not the chest or head, it's kind of fair game. Elbows are fun places because then they last longer. Because if they get infected, then you might have to amputate it, and then, Now you're just down an arm. Now that's lasted damage, but
Why,
still alive.
why do you
Do
tend to
you
like that
even
part of
know
people?
the words coming out of your mouth, little one?
I believe so.
Because I've seen men get shot in their feet, in their hands, in their legs, in their arms. And
Did
I've
they live?
seen the piles of limbs. I am lucky that I have both my legs still.
I imagine he's done this
After I
before,
took
and Kestrel is
a bullet.
behind him doing this.
Kestrel, you know I know you're back there, right?
Yes, totally. I'm not doing anything.
But
Uh-huh.
did they all live? Is the real
No,
question.
no. Many of them
Well,
did not. They died
that
getting
sucked
their
for them.
limbs cut off.
They get better doctors. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm a real good doctor. I can heal people.
There we go.
I can at least staunch a wound in battle. I got a little bit of that healing skill.
I
Then
can
you
wrap
can
it up real
cauterize
good so
it
it doesn't
even.
get what's the word? Infected. Is that the word?
Oh,
Yeah.
infection. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Who has a bone saw?
I think one's in my doctor bag.
That would make sense.
I just pull out the bone saw. See?
Exactly. See, we compared.
You know, that's what General Johnson said too. Prepared for this. He didn't walk away from that one either.
Well, sounds like he wasn't prepared enough. We're prepared enough.
Are prepared.
We got this.
All
This
right.
can't be any worse than any other jobs we've already done.
That's not true.
Well, except for overnight. That's always worse.
Well, as of course are welcome to warm up any rations you have. Those of you that need a shot of little something special to get you to sleep, of course, welcome to. And most of you, the night goes as you would expect. For one of you, however,
Oh,
your
boy.
nights are a little less comforting. Might like, but not anything that you're not used to.
Everyone's just, that's just Sam. The screaming, just Sam.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, overhead.
You, in the middle of the night, would see the very familiar sight of your hometown. The familiar buildings all looming over you. Do nothing but stand, watch. The sun rises, falls again, each time getting a little more dim. Shadows growing just a bit longer. Till 20th, 30th rotation, all the buildings start to look abandoned. Dust covered. Shadows now stretch every corner of every building. Even with the sun at its peak, it's still dark, still abandoned. For anyone that's wondering, yes, I did write down a whole bunch of dreams and then roll for them randomly.
Oh, boy.
So, you, what I want. With the next day, the sun rising on all of you. You're able to load up what you got, put out the small fire, drink any coffee, take any shots. You know that you're only a few days out from here.
Your
Travels,
morning prayers, obviously.
obviously.
I encourage everybody to participate, but I bow my head so I don't know if they're actually doing it. I just assume the best. I know the worst, but I assume the best.
Just do the thing where you just make a nice Irish coffee in the morning.
Yeah. Speaking of, I'm wearing green today. How about anyone else?
Not currently,
No.
but I was wearing my green hoodie earlier.
I don't know if I own anything green.
That's fair.
I've been drinking
I own a
green
hoodie.
drinks all day. Does that count?
Sure.
It clashes with purple.
Take it.
You all know that you have a few days of travel, which is going to be pretty easy. And then you start to hit the borders of Virginia. You start to hit the... not quite the swamps yet, but the wetlands, for sure. Start to hit the point where the local law has pushed back the creatures as far as they can push them back, and after that point, you're just left to roam.
Ah, yes, those wild Virginians.
Of course. So, for your first bit of travel, whoever would be in the lead, kind of guiding the path, making sure the horse is all right, tending to the journey in general. Whoever you are, would you just make a skill check for me?
I believe that would be Sam,
Not it.
Probably, yeah.
seeing as how Sam is the experienced ranger around here. So
Team
I'm
Dad.
going to.
Survival? Would be good with?
Yes, that is in fact what I have.
Works
So,
for me. Not rolling for you? There it goes.
There it goes. Just being picky.
Yeah. Definitely a success. As keep an eye out for anything unusual. Keeping an eye handful of times as you pass by some travelers coming the other direction. Just watching for any hidden weapons that might be ready to be drawn on you in the last second. Any packs of coyotes that might think that the four of you look like a easy meal. But nothing. Trip is uneventful and boring.
I will
Anyways,
be complaining the whole time we are bored, okay? I'm just gonna be completely honest there. I am a very ADHD impulsive person. If I am bored, I'm telling you.
I mean, I have a card deck, so I mean, at least it's something we can do.
I have cards.
Yeah, but your cards hurt when I touch it.
Why would they hurt? They don't hurt.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I've never seen, like, that kind of design on the back of a card before.
I don't know.
kinda
They're my
creepy.
grandpa's.
Never held a deck of cards that made me see my long lost cousin before that I didn't know I had. Weird.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, the cards don't do anything. They're just my grandpa's cards. I just like to hold them for the feel.
Definitely.
And you all would know she absolutely believes this.
So you say.
I know. It's not that I say. I know.
I believe you.
So, now, good 4 days into the journey. Sam, are you still in the lead? Do you hit the first signs of the wetland?
Unless one of these youngins wants to take over.
I'm gonna get us lost, honestly. I won't trust the experts on that one. I could put it in God's hands and God can decide, but
Nope. I'm gonna
God, take the horse.
God take the reins. Lead us in the right path.
Yeah. Wanna roll again? Go for it.
Oh, that is
Oh,
unfortunate.
Never mind, we're lost.
Oh no!
Fail.
We just get lost and we never find this, and then we just decide to live. We live in these wetlands now. These are our new homes.
My house now. Live
Well,
here.
with no path to follow from here, going on pure a mixture of instinct and what little maps you have of the area, from sightings that they had of people saying that the gang you're following went this way. You do your best, but it's not too long before you find the muddy water going almost halfway up the legs of the horse, and you can see that it is only starting to get deeper. And of course, just continue to push through, as this means the water is up to the waist of probably those of you on foot. Or you can backtrack for a bit and try to find another way through.
Sam, you sure this is the right direction?
I don't know if you've noticed, but there ain't much of a lick of dry land around here to find whereabouts upon. So unless any of y'all want to help, I think I'm just gonna say we go back a bit, try again.
I mean, I can try and help. I don't know what you need.
See, I don't know if I'm ready to call upon a higher power yet.
It just requires a game of poker. I don't say that.
Could I use investigation to try and see if I can figure out like where this shady activity might be taking place, and see if
Absolutely.
like I see like anything banditry related?
Absolutely.
As she does that, can I get up? Because I have a horse, so I'm gonna try to stand on top of it, or as best as I can. And because I'm a bounty hunter, my investigation is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna try to find like a road sign that says, somewhere off in the distance, just some landmark that I might
Bad guys this
recognize.
way.
Yeah, exactly. Something that says obvious plot here.
You're looking for plot armor.
I did succeed. I got a 5.
Okay. Yeah. And LJ? Or
We're rolling. I crit, so
That-
14.
that's
I exploded. Sorry, my bad.
that 3 raises?
Oh,
Your total. Yeah.
yeah, that'd be 3. So I
Okay.
rolled an 8 and a 6 on both dice. On the D8 and a 6.
Well, between the two of you, would very clearly see that there are patches of the trees nearby that they all have just the tiniest of marks on them. And following like the terrain nearby them, you can see there are taller pathways. You're still going to be walking through water, but at least you're not waist deep in it.
Yes, because I don't think I'll ever get this water out of my boots completely.
And
Could be worse. Could be blood.
LJ, with that
Mhm.
amazing investigation roll,
Of course.
you would also hear the sounds of a buzzing. Of handfuls, dozens, if not more, all individual sources of a very loud, very droning, buzzing sound.
Oh shit, we got insects.
Did these are insects? I thought that's just like what I would normally hear when I wake up from a really bad hangover.
Hold on. Am I still drunk? Nah, I'm not drunk.
Well, since you did roll so high, I will give you the ability to, if you would like to do something, if you would like to direct the party to do something, now would be your opportunity.
I messaged you something real quick.
Can I tell whether or not that buzzing is like when it's too hot outside and like the cicada call thing. I don't know how to describe
Screaming.
it.
Scream.
Yeah.
Um,
Or is this more of like a bunch of gnats and flies and shit? Are
it
coming at
sounds
us?
more like just a massive swarm of flying insects.
Okay, so because I rolled so high, I'm gonna try to direct us to go slightly off course a little bit to avoid the amount of insects, because I don't want to get bitten up. They hurt, and I got to keep this pretty face going. So I'm gonna get us try to move us where this humming is a little quieter.
Okay. Going through your skills real second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, make a notice check for me.
Notice. All right.
Still great, yeah.
7.
You can at least start to direct the party off in a way that you're not going to run head into them. But with the splashing you're doing, with half your party being waist deep in water, the horses themselves almost up to the knee in water, it's unlikely you're going to be able to evade them all.
Yeah, it makes sense. But if we can get as much as we can away, that's the goal here.
Of course. Well, thankfully, your efforts don't seem to be in vain, as some of that buzzing does seem to pass you by. But it's then that you would all see this thick black cloud of these enormous mosquitoes. Almost the size of your palm. And they look hungry. That is the point. I'm going to throw us into some initiative.
Hooray.
I don't mess with mosquitoes anymore. I've been to the Connecticut River. Those things bite. Painfully.
Hey,
Oh, hey,
roll them all.
Joker.
Remind me what the Joker does.
We all get an extra Benny.
Hey.
And essentially, James, you get to go whenever you want.
It's
You
a
do
Jack, not a Joker.
It is a
I'm
Jack.
the Jack.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
the Jack.
It's a Jack.
It's a Jack. Cool.
I'm not cool enough to get a Joker yet.
Hmm. Yeah, that confuses me. I still J, and my brain immediately forgot that Jacks exist.
I'm going to make sure that
Hey,
there
I
are
mean, if we
Jokers
wanna-
in here.
If we want to pretend like it's a Joker, I'm equally alright.
Yep, there are Jokers.
Well, goddamn. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Alright, well. At the top of initiative, as you are all scrambling to get out of the water onto a path where you can actually get some distance between you and them. Top of initiative is, Ophelia.
Yeah,
You got the ace.
is Ace go first? I thought it was last.
I could be wrong. I think the ace goes first.
Yeah, because I mean, it puts you first in initiative, and it automatically does this.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my Bible and start like reading some type of scripture about chaos and the insect plague in the Old Testament, about how the plague is not it's not time for the reckoning of God yet, and cast havoc in the area of mosquitoes.
Okay.
I don't know if this is gonna help at all, but we'll see.
Would you mind telling us what that does?
It creates chaos and mischief for all those within its area of effect, hurling debris and rivals in all direction. With success, the caster places a medium blast template anywhere within range, which will be on it, or a cone template. I'm going to do a blast template. Anyone touched by the template is distracted and must make a strength roll at -2 if I get a raise. Those who fail are hurled 2d6. It says the little inches sign, but I'm not sure if that means boxes. I'm confused. Directly away from the caster if using the cone template or directly away from the center if using the blast template.
It's fine. We'll just push him back.
Victims who strike a hard object take 2d4 damage, non-lethal, unless it's a spiked wall or other dangerous hazard. Airborne targets, fly or airborne targets, suffer an additional -2 to their strength rolls as they have no ground to brace themselves on.
Okay.
So I just start reading a prayer and rolling my spell casting,
As you do.
which is a d8. Got a 5.
That's a
It's not a
success.
raise, sadly, but it is a success. So everybody inside of, or all the mosquitoes get blasted out, and hopefully some of them hit walls.
It's just a scattering of the mosquitoes. Imagine some of them would be dissipated, and it would certainly be enough to shove the majority of the group back and away from you.
It's 9 squares, or whatever, 9 whatever, away from the center.
Perfect. You're shoved a good distance away from you.
And they take 5 damage.
They have to roll above the toughness, right?
The first attack is to beat their parry.
Right, and then you roll damage, and the
this
damage
one-
has to be above their toughness.
So they're distracted and they have to make a strength roll, or they get pushed back 9 directly away from the center. So the mosquito swarm has to make a. That fails.
Oh, what
Now
did,
4.
uh,
Only wild cards, which are the players, and like maybe
Gotcha.
boss. I'm not sure.
I think bosses do, but yeah, fail.
So yeah, they get pushed back 9 and take 5 damage.
Right, and the damage needs to go above their toughness in order to start wounding.
Yes.
Perfect. Jump down to LJ.
Well, shit. I got nothing to deal with, insects and stuff, I'm gonna try to scoop up one of my companions, throw him on the horse, and try to ride off, start kicking up speed.
Oh, all right. I would probably call that just straight up strength, unless you have an ability you think that would work better for that.
Nope. I think you're right.
Rolled really well.
Damn.
Yeah. Who are you,
Yeah, I
who you
grab
picking
Seb.
up?
I just throw him right up on the horse, no issue, and just hit the reins and yell, "Come on!"
Gotcha.
I don't think a bullet's gonna do much against these things.
I mean, they're about that big.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them, and like one bullet. Let's say there's 100 of them. That's a lot of rounds gone. I'd rather just run.
Sense.
I've played Oregon Trail. I know what I'm doing.
The mosquitoes are fully just spending the entirety of their turn just collecting themselves and then re-swarming towards you all. Not close enough to attack just yet.
My thing was a whirlwind, by the way.
I don't know what that means.
It's just a whirlwind, just an appearance-wise.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Oh, damn. It's Twister.
I'm looking at what distracted does really quick.
Well,
They subtract -2 from all trait rolls until the end of their turn.
okay. Their turn was to recollect and start swarming towards you.
I was just making sure because I never used it before.
Thank you for keeping up on that. And then we're down to Kestrel.
Cool. So because Kestrel is, not gonna run away without Ophelia, just because, we're a group, we stick together. She's going to pull out her Winchester lever action shotgun, and blast at some of these mosquitoes.
Absolutely. Does that happen to do anything extra against swarms?
I mean, I just was like, it's a shotgun?
Makes sense to me.
It's... And, I also get +2 to my shooting ones. Cool. And shooting, and I get a value +2 additional. There we go.
Oh yeah,
That
absolutely.
is a 7. Does that and then where is that? And that is 3d6 -1, I think, for its damage.
Sure.
That is going to be a 5.
Yeah. Again, 5 damage for at least stunning them.
And then just feel like, come on, Ophelia, get out of here.
Getting just blowing into the air, needing to recollect, start chasing after you, taking a shotgun blast, which clears out some of the center of the swarm, but it does refill, and again are continuing chase. Last but not least, Sam, you are horseback behind LJ.
Well, I can't disagree with you this time. This is probably for the best. Those are awfully large mosquitoes, and well, I know what the little ones can do. I can only imagine what those ones do. Hopefully, the other two catch up quick. And with that, I'm just gonna make sure that my shotgun is out and ready.
Okay.
Is Kestrel on the back of my horse?
Would probably say so.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Are you taking a shot with the shotgun, or are you just holding off for the moment?
I'm just holding off for the moment.
Always aim to get that +2.
All right. Whoa! Does it draw at the start of every round?
It's a start of every round. You redraw initiative.
Craziness!
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on horseback with Ophelia, we're starting with Kestrel.
And I am going to ride. I'm gonna take the horse and just start heading away back towards our friends,
All right.
LJ, and Sam.
Taking another shot with the shotgun? We're not worried about it.
Not worried about it because I am just riding.
All right.
Trying to put as much distance between us and these bugs as I can.
Sam, anything?
Sam's gonna, motion that we should, we should wait up for the other two to catch up, and then is gonna take his time and make sure he's looking back the other way and provide cover and fire.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see, how far away are they from me?
Medium range from you. You guys are a little bit ahead.
Okay. So, roll. Give me the roll. Fine. I'll go to another page then. Oh, right. After roll shooting first. Dirt.
Yeah.
That usually helps. Let's see. No minuses. But I did get a +2.
That's good enough. Oh wait, you get a. Is there some -1 for being at medium range?
But I get it's +2 because it's a double barrel.
So your total right now is
So,
6.
Yes.
And then if it's a -1 for hit range, it would be a 5.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Medium range is subtracting 2 from the roll, so it will bring it down to a 4, which is still a success.
Works for me.
$13 damage.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that is just absolutely going to wound them. And incapacitate them. Yeah. That is just going to scatter the swarm of mosquitoes.
Yay.
Which, holy crap, that was a high damage roll. Wow.
And Foundry's really in our favor tonight.
Apparently.
Don't say that.
Gosh.
I like Phelan, alright? Clearly,
Well,
y'all haven't seen
Phelan
any of
is-
the other games I'm forced to play.
Failing is fun. At least there's no luck dice to be spent. Just arbitrarily.
As an FYI, I gain 5 power points back after an hour of whatever you consider as resting. So,
Horseback travel would be nice to know.
God, 5 hours of a sermon.
Not unheard of.
you do it.
But with LJ bringing you all into a usable trail, the water would barely be an inconvenience to the horses. Anyone that's walking on foot, it's probably coming up about halfway up your calf. Which again isn't too much of an inconvenience, but not yet. That in mind, are you pressing on? Anything like you would like to do in the moment?
Then reload. No.
Yeah, make sure all my guns are loaded. And just being like, God damn, they have big fucking bugs in Virginia.
Can I work the room and give them a rousing speech to encourage them and give them advantage, or give them something on their first roll? Additional die on their next roll. Next
Sure.
action.
Is there a time limit on it? Just next roll,
It's-
period.
It's next roll. Next action.
Okay.
So I just start going babbling about the Bible and how this is a perfect example of working together as a team, and whether the words that I give are what motivate you, or me shutting up motivates you. Either way, you get an extra die on your next action
That require,
if I succeed at this persuasion check.
that was my question.
I swear, these stories get more and more weird the further and further you're getting
I
into this
failed.
book.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
So what
Oh,
I'm
my
what I'm to be understanding here, Ophelia,
Help.
if it is to be correctly put, is that there were once giant lizards walking around here.
Oh yeah, they live
Is
in
that
like
what you're
the,
saying?
they live like under the in the
I don't-
center of the earth now apparently.
I don't
That's like what
believe
this
I
guy told
said-
me.
Did I say giant lizards? I don't think I said giant lizards. I have to
One of
relook
them's
at
got
that
yeah,
some
passage.
kind of like fire breath and spines along its back.
Yeah, you
sounds-
said at the beginning of the book, God created the earth in 7 days. One of those things was giant lizards. I remember this very clearly. On day, what was it? 4, God created all the animals of the earth. Clearly, one of them is giant lizards.
I mean, technically, if God created all the animals and giant lizards are giant lizards an animal?
They're
I've
lizards,
seen
aren't
some
they
pretty
animals?
fucking big lizards.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't
I'm
think
starting
I've
to
ever
like
seen a
this
giant
book a little
lizard.
bit more now that I start thinking about the lizards.
Lizards and, you know, all the stories of, you know, murder. There's a lot of murder.
Oh, I do like murder.
Murder
There's a lot
only
of-
when it's necessary, though.
There's a
Or when
lot
you're
of
told
there's
to.
a lot of there's a lot of
When you're the
sex and
Crusades.
horrors too, which seems right up your alley.
I'm actually
Yeah.
starting to like this book a little bit.
Those are, of course, not the parts the preachers normally preachify on, but
I mean,
Yeah.
you weren't supposed to take those words like that. They're supposed to be interpreted. I must be still sleepy and confused by the magic or whatever. I didn't want to say magic, by whatever just happened. That whirlwind. Did you see that whirlwind? That was crazy. I don't know what happened. I just was like praying to God and hoping something happened.
I didn't realize
God
we were
answered
still
the
in
prayers.
Tornado Alley.
Is that where we are? That makes so much more sense.
Yeah, you know, Virginia, the state of tornadoes.
That makes so much more sense. It must have been a tornado.
Uh.
God sent a tornado to kill those mosquitoes for us.
yep.
Can you send a giant lizard?
I would definitely
I mean,
enjoy
that
that.
would probably-
I'd like
giant
to ride that
fire-breathing lizard.
I'll
That'd
ask
probably be
next
a lot
time.
more useful than a bit of wind.
That's true. Tell your god to give us a giant lizard.
I can't tell him. I can only ask, but I'll ask for a giant lizard.
Can I do any more like investigation to make sure we're still going the right way?
Go for it.
I don't know if there's like an aid action here, but because my investigation's pretty high, I would like to
I
help.
feel like there is, but I don't remember what it is.
I'll
All
look it
right.
up.
I don't know if the GM wants to rule this, but I have a +2. Could I just give her that, and then I have a D8 +2, so I would just give her the flat bonus here, just so we don't have to like go through all 20 books that we all have open here.
I'm doing a quick word search.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
I don't see anything for the aid action.
Hmm.
Well, that sucks.
Now, maybe if it weren't lizards, maybe hop toads. Hop toads like bugs. Some big old hop toads. There are hop toads in that book of yours too.
There is.
Yeah, there's
Is
like
that
some
the
like rain
part
of
with-
frogs.
Oh yeah, with the Moses dude.
The Moses dude, really?
Yeah, the Jewish guy.
Don't be disrespectful. His name's Moses. Don't be Moses dude.
I thought
Well-
Moses was an Israelite.
Oh, he
He's
was
in the
Jewish.
Bible.
I'm so confused now.
I'm having such a hard time playing this character. I'm having fun, but I'm not religious in any way. I don't usually
Any of
play
us
religious
are.
I'm
characters.
sorry. I'm sorry. I work at a synagogue. I'm very Jewish and very aware of all these stories. I taught Judaica for 2 years.
I don't know jack shit about what I'm talking
I got a
about.
Torah sitting right there. I'm very, very keen on all.
Kestrel,
of these
if you want to roll, go for it.
Mhm.
I apologize for
No,
my.
you're fine.
That's a bunch of nothing.
With the diversion you had from Sam's original path,
Mhm.
and then following LJ on at least a path that got you out of the way of danger. Look for some sign of civilization, some sign that people have been through here. And you do see like the brush on certain paths as the swamps is starting to pick up, as the humidity is hitting you all. There are paths where branches are broken off. Whether that was through people traveling by horseback or something else, it's at least a sign that something.
I will definitely point that out and just be like, looks like people came through here. They went that way, maybe. I haven't really seen much else.
So wait, which direction again?
I point in the direction.
That
That direction.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is it towards the Carolinas, Kentucky, or more a little
Northwest.
bit northwest? So West Virginia,
West Virginia.
Kentucky, Ohio,
Yeah.
that general.
Yeah.
Okay,
And depending on which part of Virginia we're in, Tennessee.
oh, it's true.
Or Maryland.
Or Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
Canada's
Eventually.
super north.
That it is northwest
You
of
gotta pass
Virginia,
through
though.
a couple states. Yeah.
So, LJ, since you are technically in the lead at the moment,
Oh boy.
like to follow this new lead that you might have, or press on in the semi-aimless direction you've been headed?
I'll roll a personal smarts check. Just to see if I know this is a bad path or not. If I fail this, then we're just going with it.
We never get to these bandits. We just spend all the whole session wandering aimlessly through the swamp fighting insects.
Well, I'm fine
Like
with
they
that.
say they're
Didn't-
bandits around here somewhere.
Didn't that Moses dude lead some people
Yeah, I'm like
through a desert?
Moses.
I'll go off in a
Yeah.
story again.
Yeah. Yes, tell me about when it rained blood. That's my favorite part.
I don't think it rained blood. I think he turned the waters red.
Oh yes, it was raining. It was the water was blood, and it was the raining
Yeah.
of the toads. Yes, I got that mixed up, but that's my favorite part.
So, following the path, or diverting off on this new direction that you've been given?
I think we're gonna follow the path. I think that's the
Where so the
if
way
we make it
continuing.
to some sort of if we make it to some sort of civilization, I feel like we can kind of start gather ourselves, figure out where we are precisely, and then move on from there.
Then travels would be mostly, well, I wouldn't say uneventful. Say that your travels are interesting as you pass by the occasional gator that watches you for a while, then will dip down into the water, hopefully
Hey, we
swimming
made it
away.
to Florida.
And they're alligators.
In my
Good.
hometown.
They're alligators in a few parts.
Here,
Mostly in
more
zoos.
swarms. I mean, this is the Wild West. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
They migrated north. You'd pass by that droning buzz of more swarms of mosquitoes, though they mostly seem to pass you by alone. Eventually reaching the point where the sun is setting, where the temperature has started to drop fairly dramatically. You're once again reaching that point of pressing on, finding a place to set up camp.
We lost a lot of time in those swamps. I think maybe you pressing on for a few extra hours might get us.
I think pressing on might be good because, I mean, we've seen some really big fucking bugs. I would much rather spend a few extra hours, find somewhere to stay outside of the swamps.
Yeah.
At least inside of a building with 4 walls. Doesn't have to have windows or a door. It's gotta have 4 walls.
Say that I entirely disagree, especially since I know that light tends to attract the flying insects.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to get eaten up tonight.
Well, I'll decide to press on. Now, night air cooling the swampland dramatically. Loud. Any of you have any source of light?
I have a lantern.
Anyone else?
I don't.
I'm lightless.
Does anyone have the light cantrip?
Oh yeah, I prepared it today, obviously.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I could possibly get that if there is one. I can get dark sight if I deal with the devil.
No.
I don't have a lantern though.
And
Yeah, I have one. So I mean, we at least have one.
as you're all walking, sounds of the night life filling the swamp around you. Going to make sure that this is actually a thing before I ask for it. I feel like perception is a smarts check. Notice. That's what I'm
is-
thinking of. Would you all roll your notice, please?
At least one of us
7
did
for
pretty well.
me.
Okay.
I haven't rolled yet, but I'm trying to verify something real quick. So it's a D4 minus 2.
For being untrained.
Yep, I got 2.
Okay.
I got a 4. No, I got 2.
So the marching order here, assuming that you're still on LJ's horse, but LJ and Kestrel in the front with the lantern. And Ophelia and Sam, or no, I'm sorry, Ophelia and Kestrel, you two would be in the front. And then LJ and Sam in the back.
Best for last, of course.
Yeah, of course. As continue trudging the dark, murky waters, being at the very, very back of the small caravan. I'm gonna read real quick. Will you make a spirit roll for me?
Oh, fear checks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm.
I actually have guts.
It is just opposed spirit rolls.
Oh. Cool. Oh. Oh.
As I'm sure LJ in front of you and doing a fair amount of noticing predicament you're in, which some of you may call complaining, but we hold firm that LJ is simply just pointing out things that are horrible that have happened to you.
There's the bugs, right? They were so big that they just wouldn't stop.
His voice just starts to drown out. And there's this almost supernatural pull onto your consciousness for just a moment, making you feel like it'd be best if you just hopped off the horse, started walking.
Guts lets you re-roll that, by the way.
Oh. Oh. Okay. If you want to re-roll that, we're welcome to.
So just a raw spirit.
There's a shot.
LJ, would feel the weights of the saddle shift behind you. You'd all hear just this splash of Sam just sliding off the saddle, just slowly trudging off water.
Right, and then the humming was so, what are you doing? And I stopped the horse and tried getting my compatriots' attention.
Do we hear the "What are you doing"?
I mean, you heard
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the splash of him getting off.
I will pull the horse to a stop. What's going on back there?
Sam just jumped off the horse. Okay, turn my
He's-
horse around, trying to, cut him off.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not walking that fast. Slow trudge.
See something, buddy? Is Timmy fall down the well?
Has he done this before? No? Okay.
And Sam, you are welcome to respond. It's just something that feels like it's calling you.
I don't know how to explain it, but I have a feeling that this is the way that we need to go.
It's like you're
Is he
feeling.
God?
Is it like you're feeling like the last job?
No, more
I feel
like the one
no
before
for
that.
both answers.
Cool. I'll make sure I have my gun ready.
I would advise that, yes.
Yeah, I'll pull out my Colt Peacemaker and have it at
And
the
no,
ready.
Ophelia, it is not God.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure he'd be a bit louder.
I mean, that's fair. He's very loud.
Yeah, there's something about trumpets in that book.
Trumpets
I don't know, I
everywhere.
stopped reading halfway through.
So I can try to cast empathy to understand what he's feeling,
Sure.
but I would have to deal with the devil to do it. So I'm not sure it's
Do
worth it.
it.
Ever made a deal with the devil in pale moonlight?
Is it pale moonlight? Like, that's the perfect time.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. So I'm gonna try to cast empathy.
Okay.
The only way this would be better is if there were secretly a crossroads underneath this water, and then
There is.
chef's kiss of all the wonderful, deals with.
So I spend a Benny to do it.
Okay.
In the end, it's just one PowerPoint. So I want to try to I just want to try to read feel his emotion, build an emotional bond between myself and the target with a successful arcane skill versus spirit roll.
Okay. So
But I have to gamble
first thing
first.
you do is draw the 5 cards.
I have to roll a gambling first, see if I get any extra. I got a 7, so I do, but it's not a raise, so I get 6 cards.
Interesting.
This is one of those games that's super fun at the tabletop too.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have to make a poker hand.
What do you got?
Also, while this is going on, I want to spend a Benny for my knack.
Okay.
Which is because I am a bastard born without a father, I can see invisible critters or those that supernaturally blend in with their surroundings. And I just kind of want to keep my head on the swivel to make sure that nothing's watching us.
I will get to that
Dad, is that you?
in just a second because I absolutely have something.
Cool.
So jokers are wild cards, and I get my Benny back. I did pull a joker, and I got a straight.
Okay.
So it's Jack 10 9 8 7. or Joker 7. So I get 8 power points, but it also means I succeed
Okay.
at casting empathy.
Would feel the compulsion to walk. Otherwise, I imagine there's a lot of confusion. Possibly some deep-seated anger there.
Loneliness.
Maybe. A little loneliness after losing your horse.
He's feeling. Are you do you feel like you're being forced or compulsed to go that direction? I'm getting that vibe off of you right now. God is telling me that that's how you're feeling.
I'm just feeling that this swamp is telling me that that is the direction that I need to go.
Does it feel like a negative energy?
Very much so.
I don't think that's the right path. That I'm getting some real negative energy there. Maybe a demon is speaking to you or something. I don't know, but
Kestrel, with your supernatural, your extremely powerful sight, looking through all of the dangling, branches, the shrubbery hanging from the treetops around you, you'd see that the one that Sam is particularly walking towards seems to be moving a little bit on its own. A little thicker than any of the others. And the base of it starts to open its jaws very, very wide.
Damn, you might want to get back. And I am, as I start to see the jaws open, I will just take the shot.
That throws into some initiative.
I'm
Oh,
gonna go to the
boy.
bathroom real quick.
All right.
Okay, when they show up, we're immediately gonna just go off camera as, everybody walks away.
Another ace. Of course, Ophelia would draw an ace again. But we can just assume that Leah decided to hold this turn. Oh, I should label my songs better. Perfect.
The Honey Heist music just starts coming on.
Honey Heist music. Well, Ophelia's gonna hold. That'll bring us down to LJ.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my Winchester 73 rifle and I'm gonna start aiming and shooting.
Yeah. You are
I
close
got-
range for
Yes.
a rifle.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
roll the-
I had like 2 abilities to remember, and I immediately forgot one of them. Anyone who encounters this snake must make a guts roll with -1.
Well,
I just need to know if you fail.
Spirit? You mean?
It says a guts roll, so I assume that's spirit.
yeah,
Guts-
I think
Guts is still considered to be in death. It specifically is called out.
yeah, I have a gut skill. So
Yeah, as do I.
should I roll? So do I just roll guts or do I roll the spirit die?
Roll your guts.
Okay, cool.
Alright, I do not have the guts skill, so I will be rolling unskilled.
Well, that's a 10. 9 with a...
Well, that's a 0. I'm going to spend
That's 0.
Benny on that.
LJ
I'm gonna
is
spend a Benny.
fine.
Roll that.
Of course. 'cause
Kestrel is
I'm the
re-rolling.
best. Oh.
And that's a crit
Damn.
fail from old Sam there, which makes sense because you are just entranced by this.
I am about to become a midnight snack for whatever this is.
Is he
great.
getting Jungle Booked right now?
I think I'm getting old man willowed. is what's about to happen.
I will carry him up the mountain,
For grotesque and
like Madam What's-Her-Face told me
bigger
to,
roll.
so I can get the water.
Failure causes a -1 for the remainder of the encounter. Skill die rolled a 1, regardless of a wild die. That character rolls a 1d20 on the table below as well. So you'll have a -1
my.
to
Uh,
everything.
have fun. And I also did roll a 1 on my skill die.
Moving forward, any rolls of a 1.
Oh. Cool.
The only one who is not afraid is old LJ, who has the rifle out, pointed towards this massive snake.
Christ, that's a big fucking snake.
I'm getting tired of this goddamn state. Boom.
And I need to roll a d20, you said?
No, only on any rolls moving forward if you roll a 1.
Oh, okay.
Even if it's the wild die.
Well, since Nikki's here and they were holding their turn, I haven't gone yet, so if you want to move the initiative back up one.
I failed my guts roll.
Yep, so you have a -1 to... You know what? I just moved it, so James, take the turn, and then we'll do Nikki.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start shooting then.
Go for it.
Alright, I've rolled a shooting skill. 11, because I'm not frightened, right?
It's one raise.
Okay, 1 raise. I'm still learning this. I think that
Oh,
hits.
wait. I actually need to pull up the stats of the creature. That absolutely hits, yeah.
Okay.
No raise.
Oh,
No, 1 raise. We just
Just
learned
tell
this
me
game.
what-
Give us a break.
okay. That much damage. 12 points of damage.
Your shot
And-
impacts, and it sends the creature swaying a little bit.
And I think that's all I can do on this turn. I'm not familiar enough with this action economy, so that is...
Same.
You can move if you want.
Uh,
Up to
I'm
your
gonna try to
pace.
throw my... Has Sam walked around my horse yet, or am I still in front of Sam physically?
I think Sam, at that point, took the opportunity to keep walking since everyone else was kind of following along.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my movement action to get in front of Sam, even if that puts me closer to the snake thingy.
Okay. So you are going to be basically up in the face of this snake.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now, Ophelia.
Okay. I'm going to try to use fear on the creature.
Okay.
It causes overwhelming dread and horror. The effect makes a fear roll. The affected makes a fear roll. Extras who fail are panicked, and wild cards roll in the fear table. So we're not. I'm aiming it for them, not us. It's an area of effect. I don't think I need to make an area effect because it's one person, so I need to roll spellcasting, which is a D8. And you said -1.
Oh, yeah, -1 to everything.
I'm going to use a Benny. There you go. So 4.
Sorry, I had to reload the page. What did you roll on the dice?
I failed the first one. I got a 3, so I used a Benny and got a 4.
Right, what was the other dice?
They are panicked.
Alright, I mean, like, you rolled a regular die and a wild die.
Yeah, the number that counts is 4.
Right, but it's for the purpose of fear. Even the one that you didn't count, we still need to know if that was a 1.
It wasn't.
Okay. Then what do I need to roll for this enormous snake?
Says the affected makes a fear roll, but I don't know what that means.
So a guts roll.
Spirit, I thought.
That's a success. That's an 8. Which I don't know why I'm blind. 8.
All right, then I think they're just panicked.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I'm confused by the wording of this one.
Well, if it's a normal fear table, then a success would do nothing unless that specifically says it would do something else.
Well, it says extras who fail are panicked
Hmm.
on the fear roll, but like the fear roll doesn't. There's nothing that says fear roll except for in the fear spell itself.
Right, so a success would do nothing.
Gotcha. Well, that's stupid.
It is a giant scary snake.
And it knows it's scary.
And it knows it has multiple prey right there in front, who so graciously walked into its territory. Anything else? You're probably still like medium range from it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
I'll ask if we want to back up or not to Kestrel.
Yes. Let's back up.
I will back up 6 paces.
Okay. You're back to long range now. Well, the snake with food right in front of it, just going to lash out. Oh, sorry. Needs to try to get rid of the shaken. Oh. It does. And now it's going to try to bite you, LJ.
Well, come on then, just not the face.
That's a 9.
Okay. I'm gonna need some help here. What do I compare this against?
Harry.
Your parry.
Parry, 5. Okay, so that hits
With a raise.
with a raise.
Which adds an extra d6.
It depends on what the thing says. I think
So the
yes.
bite is a strength plus d8. So the d8 would be the raise. I don't
Okay.
know how to do. I did not look this up beforehand. It's fine. Roll it as normal.
Okay. Hurt more.
Yeah. I assume that is going to just give you a wound.
Yes.
As it
I
is
will add it up.
peppered by a bullet and has magic just wash over it. It will lash out towards you, trying to grab onto you in its mouth and start attempting to just like bring you back up into the treetops.
Oh.
Over to Kestrel.
Shoot.
Go for it.
Don't hit me.
Won't hit you this time.
You said that last time.
I get a -1, right, to everything?
Yes. It's fine. Get this battle music.
It's a 6.
6 is gonna hit it, yeah.
Cool. And then my damage is, I don't remember. I don't think damage. 2d6 plus 1.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
believe that is. So it is 9 damage.
9 is not quite enough to get through the toughness. It's a big ol'... Oh, you had a +2 to hit it. It would not have made a difference, but you have +2 to hit it. I
Yeah, it
know
would've,
rules.
bumped me up to an 8. Actually, well, +2 to hit would have been, I would have only get a +1, so it'd be a 7. Because of the -1.
Either way, would make no difference. The shot does impact, and it's enough to cause the mouth to recoil enough and send LJ back onto the horse, no longer being drug up into the treetops.
Good shot.
It hisses this horrid, almost scream of a hiss into your face, LJ.
I double checked, you were right, it's 1d6, but it says players, so I'm not sure if it's the same with monsters too.
I think if it counts as a wild card, because usually it says wild card.
It didn't say wild card, it just said
So players.
Cool. Well, I will keep that in mind moving forward. Thank you. Was there anything else, Kestrel?
Other than just moving back on that horse.
All right.
Putting
So-
some distance between us and the snake.
Like, fully out of range entirely. Like, past
I
long
mean-
range.
Oh, past long range?
Yeah, you are at long
Yeah, I
range.
mean- Oh, we were? Okay.
Good there?
Yeah, no, I mean, as far away from the snake as we can be.
And then somehow, last, again, Sam. I don't know how that keeps happening.
It's because I keep forgetting that I have quick.
That would do it, yep.
Every time I get dealt below a 5, I should be like, "Hey, give me another one."
We'll remember that moving forward the next time I deal you a 2.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot this big old ugly snake.
Yeah, you are within close range.
Good. Actually, I am gonna take a multi-action penalty, so I am at a total of -3.
Yeah, 3's not gonna hit.
Okay, so that's the first shot.
1s.
And second
Oh
shot.
no.
Highly offended.
I'll roll 1 just for you.
That's a 4.
I
Yeah.
fear when I
Unfortunately.
roll a 1 for shooting.
Fortunately, both shots are just gonna sail off into the tree.
All right, that's fine. I'll use my action to. Oh, hold on. Sorry, this is the double barrel. It's +2 to shooting.
Which pretty much takes out the multi-action.
-2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which will cancel out that.
And you have a
Yeah.
+2 because it is enormous, which I keep forgetting to add. So I think that's 7 for the first one and a 9 for the second one.
7 for the second one, 5 for the first.
Well, it's +4 total on top of your -2.
Yeah. -3.
Gotcha. Well, they both hit.
Okay, then it is gonna take some pain.
Hopefully.
It's gonna take some pain.
It is a tough snake.
All right, here is the first one.
Not that tough.
Nice.
Okay.
It didn't like the 24.
You wanna roll the second one? As your companions start backtracking away from this thing, just aim up with the double barrel shotgun, pull the trigger, and it just puts a hole in the center of that snake, causing the top half of it to just fall into the water. The rest of it still hanging there limply from.
Oh, look at that. That is a big snake. Huh. Who'd have thunk? Weren't we talking about big lizards earlier?
Hey, that's what I was thinking.
That we were. But let's get back on the path before we figure out if it has cousins.
That is probably for the best. As Sam breaks the double barrel, pops out the shells, reloads it, snaps it back together.
If we're still within 5 turns of when I cast empathy, I can still feel his feelings. So is the darkness gone?
It is.
Cool. Well, welcome back to the real world. You had a dark presence over you, and I didn't like it.
Fade away.
Yeah, that'd be like looking in the eyes of that snake there. It's all
You know, it
mysterious
might have been
and
the snake.
whatnot.
Yeah, it might have been the snake. Or it was a demon driving you towards the snake. One or the other. I don't know. Which one?
Wait. Isn't in your good book, isn't the devil a snake?
No, I thought that was just a snake.
Yeah, it was
Out
like
of
a snake
character,
in
I
a
have no fucking
tree.
idea.
Gave someone an apple, and
It
then
depends on
it got worse from
depends on
there.
which interpretation. Some religions see it as the devil himself. Some religions see it as a snake.
Anyways,
Sorry,
let's not start talking about
I mean,
religion.
maybe.
sorry.
Maybe.
I studied
I don't.
theology for a little bit. I'm very. This is my bad habit of needing to tell people things.
In my
Whoever
good book, it was not a snake, but you know, I heard other good books that are wrong, but they say it's a snake.
whoever would like to try to lead to get you back onto some semblance of a correct path, you're welcome to do.
Trying to get us to keep going as we get distracted by God.
Again,
Now let's have a full-on debate about which religion is
Debate
the right.
theology.
I can roll investigation if we need to, or
Works for me.
I got a 5. This is a
Good enough.
success.
With your instincts more than actual signs of, well, civilization, 4 of you are put back onto something that resembles a correct path. At least it's a pathway through the swamp that looks like it's been traveled before. And before we find out what exactly is waiting at the end of this path, throw us into a quick break that we can grab a drink, stretch our
Yay.
legs, and do what we gotta do. So, be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. See you soon. And welcome back. With the sun fully set, the odd, mind-controlling snake dealt with, the path laid out before you. 4 of you press on. Wouldn't be too long before Ophelia, being the only one in the party that might be sensitive to this kind of thing, would start to get a horrible, gut-wrenching feeling in the pit of your stomach as you are getting closer to whatever.
God's warning me that something bad's about to happen. Or it's gas. I'm not sure which one, but I felt this feeling twice, multiple times, and most of the time it's because of God. But one time it was gas. So I'm just giving that warning.
Was either of these times when that big snake was about to eat me?
That felt very similar, yeah.
Okay.
2-1 odds.
I mean, I'd bet on a race horse with that.
I mean, I guess let's all be armed.
We only have that light, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only one who has a lantern. Yep. Should we put it out?
Can I cast? I'm gonna have to make a deal with the devil again, but can I cast Farsight? Or not Farsight, I'm sorry. Darksight?
Sure.
Alright, I have to open the thing. Open dang thing.
One.
Why did I close out of the one thing? Oh, I just moved the page. Okay. Alright, so it's a novice ability with 1 point. I'm gonna cast it with 2 points to give who is our best shot?
I have a D8.
I also have a D8.
I also have a D8. What's your agility?
D8.
D8.
D10.
Alright, so I can give one of you also this effect for an extra power point. Who
I mean,
has
I
the
think
longest
Sailors would
ranged
deal the
weapon?
most damage in their shots, so.
Okay. I'm gonna put +1 to it for additional recipients. Oh, I can actually do it for 4 points and give it to everybody.
There you go.
So I'll
Even
just do
better.
that.
So I'm looking at the deal with the devil part, and I don't see where it says you can roll for extra cards.
It says
It says when you believe in the Lord hard enough, you get extra cards.
That's it.
Of course.
under 3 gamble, make a gambling roll, then draw 5 cards plus 1 extra card for a success or 2 with a raise. No cheating on this roll. The demon is watching.
What page
Failure
is that?
symbol means you get no additional cards. 65 in the book, but 67 on the PDF of Deadlands.
Are you specifically looking under the part that says deal with the devil?
Dealing with the devil, where
See,
it actually gives you steps 1 through 5.
mine's on page 90.
6.
Weird. Yeah, go for it. I assume that your version is correct.
I mean, there might be something else with deal with the devil on 90.
All it says is you draw 5 cards plus 1 per point of grit. Then you make the best poker hand you can. But I trust that
yeah.
wherever you're looking is correct.
I'm using the Deadlands, the Weird West book. I don't know.
Yeah, roll it. Go for it.
All right. So I spanned a Banny, the one I just gained. I chose the power. I'm casting it with 4 power points. Make a gamble and roll, which is a D8. So that's a 4, which is a success. So I get 6 cards.
What do you got?
Let's see. I got 3 of a kind is my best option. So I got a joker and 2 aces. Which gives me 6 power points, which will cover the 4 power points I needed. So I don't have any negative side effects. I cast the spell. It's not a higher rank, so there's no negatives. So I succeed. No consequences.
And roll a d20, please. Use the joker. If the huckster fails to generate enough power or uses a joker in the final hand. After the hex takes effect or fails, the marshal rolls a 1. Oh, I roll a 1d20. Never mind. Which I think you actually used a joker in the first one, too.
Yeah.
First time. It doesn't include.
So you
Um,
guys all probably see a demon appear as I'm playing cards, and I'm just like completely oblivious, thinking it's an angel.
Oh yeah, Ophelia over there with her card games with demons. Just a
This is
normal.
what you talking about? This is Michael, the archangel.
okay.
Certainly rather horny.
I want to make sure that I'm actually reading this correct. It says, if a huckster fails to generate enough power for the hex, or uses a joker in the final hand, the Manitau
Yeah, that's the demon.
wins the battle of wills and gets an opportunity to flex its muscles a little. After the hex takes effect, or the hex fails, Marshall rolls a 1d20 on the table below.
Sounds fine. I didn't read that part, but it sounds fine.
Okay. Well, the hex is twisted to have the worst possible results. Damage-causing spells affect him or his allies, protecting affects his foes. Information gathering incantates lies, and so on and so forth. So,
Oh.
what was the duration of the spell?
So question.
Mhm.
I didn't know that a Joker back caused that issue. I could technically still win with its 2 pair.
That would give you 4 points.
I would have enough for the 4 points, yeah.
Okay.
I should have had it on last roll, yes, because I wouldn't have had a straight. But
That's fine.
okay, now I know going forward because I've never fucking played a huckster.
Oh, that would have been fun though to have -1 on all our rolls for the next little while. As
But I
opposed
don't-
to a +1.
I don't know what the negative effect would have been because I'm granting us all far sight or dark sight so we can see in the dark.
Oh no.
You would not have been able to see anything in the dark. Also, thanks for the follow, Fox.
But we already can't see anything in the dark.
Yeah, you would have nothing.
Yeah, it would have been even less.
You would have blind.
Oh, okay. So all of our eyes glow with this yellow glow of the Lord. As we can see and ignore 4 points of illumination penalties.
All right. Start
I
up
don't know
some.
what that means, but
So what could be a -4 to your attacks since it negated?
cool.
So, all 4 of you pressing on, now able to see the dark. Especially those of you with more abilities, more prone to being able to spot things at a distance. Would notice the very distinct sight of a battle. You see trees that have holes blown into them. You would see wagons that were tipped up in defensive positioning, but not a soul in sight. Looks like there was a makeshift camp set up here, and that camp got assaulted by something.
It's time to roll investigation.
Go for it.
See what I learn. Get a 4, so I succeed.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I am looking to see if anybody walked away from this fight and which way they might have gone.
There are probably 20 to 30 tracks of sets of footprints, as where they had set up camp is more of a shallow spot. It's more of just kind of soft mud rather than deep swamp water. But there's a good 20 to 30 sets of tracks leading into this camp, none leading out.
I will relay that and just being like, a lot of people came here. Doesn't look like any of them left.
Well, that don't make you obviously reading these wrong. Let me take a look.
To give you a slightly better picture of what you're looking at, The wagons tilted up are covering a decent chunk of the center of the campsite, but outside of that, there are sandbags set up. There are like wooden scaffolding set up as kind of like perches where scouts could keep an eye without being in the water. The entirety of the camp is a good 50 feet in diameter. And across all of it, from where you are, not a soul in sight.
The wagons being tipped up in defensive positions. What kind of defensive positions? Which direction does it look like they were expecting trouble, or that trouble was coming from?
From basically everywhere outside of this little defensive ring leading inward. You would all be at a long range at this point, but you are welcome to get closer if you'd like to.
Well,
I will.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
I don't like it either.
Is there a way that we can get up behind them? You know, hit them when they're surprised, kind of way.
You do know that circles don't have a backside, right?
Yes.
Okay, then that is your answer.
As LJ draws a circle in the air and is like, obviously.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah. I would like to get off the horse, and try to sneak my way up. You know, get into a spot where like maybe no one can see me, keep down, and then sneak my way towards the camp with my peacemaker in hand.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll your stealth. And anyone else? What you doing?
I'll just ready a bolt.
I'm going to use a Benny to reroll that.
I'm not gonna try to stealth because I'll fail.
You're content hanging out back here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ready a bolt just in case.
Never mind. It doesn't. It wants me to fail. I'm not going to spend another Benny on this. Roll a 2 and a 1, and then a 2 and a 2.
What are the odds you would roll another 2?
Like 1/4.
Statistically, you have to roll better than that on the next try.
Statistically, my rolls have not been great tonight.
Alright,
I'm gonna try to stealth.
go for it.
Just a
It's
little
like-
bit with my
It's the
long
mud.
rifle drawn.
It is the
It's
mud.
It's just slurp, slurp, slurp.
Oh my! What the hell?
Sam?
You
We
said
just
we
got,
were
like,
statistically supposed to be doing better.
You guys might as well try now because everybody else is sucking at it, so might.
It's just like we suddenly have clown shoes on. It's squeak, 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 squeak.
Hey, I did worse than you. Fantastic.
Alright.
We might as well just like we're stealthing and we just walk right into the middle of the camp.
I just start preaching in the middle.
Wow.
We are not the greatest at stealth.
I am not exactly what one would call a stealth character.
So, we got a 2 for Kestrel, a 2 for LJ, a 1 for Ophelia, and a 1 for Sam.
We're doing great, guys. We're the best bounties in the
obviously-
West.
Obviously, Ophelia and Sam are on the horses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
clearly.
the horse's fault.
Well, the 4 of you
We're-
doing your
getting
best
shot up.
to lay low, use cover to approach the camp as quietly as you can. Your feet sticking into the mud and that sucking sound of having to pull them out of the mud. It's, I mean, you can all clearly hear that we're making enough noise to be detected. But, still not a soul in sight.
See, now this this smacks of either an ambush or an ambush.
I mean, I can always call out and say I'm here for the word of God and see if they listen.
With bullets.
I'm sure it'll be fine. People listen. They're kind-hearted individuals sometimes.
They quite literally have a defense set up with no back.
Maybe they're scared.
Maybe nobody's home.
I can't argue with this.
Yeah, I mean, probably if they're set up a defense with no back, they're scared of something.
They're scared. I don't think we're talking about the same reason why they're scared.
No, that's fair.
That gripping in the pit of your stomach, Ophelia, has gotten to the point of almost starting to make you nauseous.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I think
That would
it's a
be
bad
gas
thing.
then.
Please
I
don't.
think it's a bad thing. There's God's trying to warn me or something that whatever's up there is not great. So maybe we could just shoot and ask questions later.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
no,
this
I'm good with
plan.
Why
that.
didn't you say that in
Like-
the first place?
You know, I wasn't feeling nauseous originally, and now I feel as nauseous as a woman who's on their second week of pregnancy. Like, you know how that
You're
that feels,
pregnant?
but
Congratulations.
I'm not pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant.
Then how do you know what second week of pregnancy feels like?
Do you know how many pregnant women come into the church
What?
and explain all of the details of pregnancy?
No, silly. It pops right out.
Oh my.
You are an agent of chaos.
How dare you? I
Well-
will say, the second I came on the channel, it said, "Do you want to grant a villain point?" And I'm like, no, that's for other shows.
Well, as you
Locust.
can all see in the dark, getting close enough to these defensive wagons, you would see divots and grooves and streaks of crimson along the entire length that continue past these barricades, and even places in the mud where there is just pools of blood. The center, basically from that small barricade around the edge of the camp inwards, is a mass of footprints, of pools of crimson mixed with mud, and lumps of something underneath that mud throughout the entirety of the camp.
That's unpleasant.
What was that story about, like, water into blood? I don't think this is one of those times, but, you know.
This is not God talking here. This is
I feel
definitely
like
some
it's
demon.
God.
This is some demon things. I'm having a hard time not cursing.
So,
Sort of. Do we see anything that looks like it might be jump out and say boo?
I mean, those lumps in the mud certainly could be people hiding.
Are there any rocks near me?
Oh yeah,
Can I just grab one and, like, chuck it at one of the lumps?
for sure.
I don't
Soars
want to waste
through
a
the
bullet
air,
on it.
hits the lump, and just sticks in.
Well, I don't think they're about to ambush us.
I mean, if we get closer, I could do object reading on one of the. Or I can ask God about one of the things to show me what it's seen. AKA cast object reading.
I mean, sure, yeah, I will be brave and walk into camp slowly, like I'm stealthing, but I'm not stealthing.
Yeah. Step foot past that defensive barricade. Nothing moves.
I think everybody here might be dead.
Yeah, but I
That's
still got that
Not a good
weird
sign.
feeling in the pit of my stomach.
Now, what was your first clue? Was it the lack of us getting shot all to pieces on the approach, or was it all the blood on the outside of the wagons?
Blood, not getting shot, the weird lumps that probably are bodies.
Well, that's probably true enough. And I'm
Sure.
actually going to go over to one of the dismount, go over to one of the lumps and pull out my Bowie knife, kind of scrape away at the lump.
Poke at it with my boot.
Yeah. Scraping off enough mud, you would find most of a body. Like, you would. What you're getting from just that, just scraping off mud, looks like the upper torso, minus the entirety of the left arm up to the shoulder. And the majority of the head still intact.
And does the missing arm not surgically amputated?
No. Roughly torn.
Yeah. Whatever came at these folks done ripped this man's arm off.
I'm going to walk forward and place my hand on one of the wagons close to the center where one of the dead bodies are.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to cast object reading, even though this is another deal with the devil and it's my last penny.
Go for it.
Maybe they were like on that newfangled drug, cocaine.
I hear good
That one helps
things.
with headaches.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. But I've seen some people who use some of it and then they just lift a table on their own.
All right, I'm gonna use 5 points, so 2 for object reading and 4 points. I'm sorry, 2 so I can see from the item's creation.
Okay.
No, I don't want to do that, do I? Never mind. Just 2 points.
You gotta watch a
points.
wagon be made.
10 yards within the last 5 years. It's gonna go by quickly, but it's
You only
No, I
care
don't need-
about the last couple days, probably.
yeah. All right, spellcasting, so much fun. Oh fuck!
My.
Fuck! I don't have a
Fail.
Benny. Can I have a Benny because I've been so good at interacting with God?
I gave you one.
I know. Can I have another?
Keep spending them to do this non-divine magic?
I think it's divine though.
I think that means that you still get to draw the cards, you just drawing 5.
I do. Okay.
Got 5 of a kind right here.
I got 2 pair, which is enough to cover it.
Yeah.
And it's not a Joker's, so I don't die. I mean, get whatever the Joker's things are. Okay, so I can see. I can fast forward so I can see the most recent time frame, but
Yeah.
I'll fast forward through the last 5 years until I see what the fuck is happening and probably
It's that Doctor
really regret
Strange
this
moment.
decision.
You start hovering in the air, 8 of your arms that show up. Well, going past the first 5 years of this object, very boring stuff. Up until about 3 days ago, when camp was set up, the wagon was upright at the time, and then as soon as night fell, there were screams from all around the camp. The wagon was flipped onto its side, and it's just a cacophony of gunfire, over and over, continuously. There's more people screaming, and the thing attacking them looks human. But it seems to just shrug off bullets, no problem. Charges and dives at these people, taking bites, ripping flesh away from them, and then getting up and charging towards the next one, pushing them slowly back towards the center. The individual there at the center seems to be holding a some kind of very dark, almost black book. Desperately trying to read from it, flipping from page to page, a similarly black amulet from his neck with a very vibrant green gemstone in the center. He's trying to do something with that book, but it is only a short matter of time before they are completely overrun.
I will gasp and probably vomit a little bit. A lot of it. After I see that, oh god, that was terrible. I'm never doing that one again. Fuck. Oh shit, I cursed.
What one again?
I mean,
What?
we won't tell God you cursed if, you don't tell God about all the bad things we do.
I pray for all y'all all the time. Don't worry about it. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. But oh god, that was gross. I touch sometimes when I can touch an item, I can visualize what God can show me what happened to the item and what it saw. And this wagon here, oh god, it saw some real bad things. There was a human. I think he looked like a human, but he was not going down when he got shot, and he was eating people and ripping things apart.
Okay.
Roughly 25 to 30 of these people that eating.
He killed like 25, 30 people, I think. There was so much screaming, so much blood.
Wait, Rangers heard of these creatures?
Feel like you have a skill that I saw when I looked at your sheet.
Oh, why yes, I would
Um,
have a skill.
Knowledge occult. Like to roll
Why,
that?
yes. I would like to roll that.
I'm just gonna walk away a little bit and throw up again.
Are 100% undead.
Sounds like what you saw was the deceased walking again.
Deceased don't walk again. That's not how it works. Once they're dead, gotta go to heaven. Or hell.
Well,
but
you
mostly
see,
heaven.
there's more to things than the dead walking and the day of reckoning. What else did you see?
I'll explain
They don't-
everything.
They don't just walk on their own.
Well, there was someone with a book. They were casting something, but they got eaten too. I think it's the one that in the middle. He had a black book and a green amulet. But he was desperately looking to try to cast something, I think. Do something with the book. I don't know what he's trying to do.
Said
But
center of the...
Mhm.
Can I go to what might be like the center and see if there's a lump there?
Absolutely.
And just with my boots and my hands, I guess, just start exhuming the body. See if we can find this amulet in this book.
I'm sure there's a logical explanation for this. There's gotta be something. She's just muttering to herself.
Think about it this way. It's like cows. When cows get scared in a group, they can stampede. But there's cowboys who can keep them from stampeding. But every now and again, them cows, they just get riled up enough, they just run him right over. That is what happened to that man in the middle. His cows turned against him.
LJ, what are you doing?
I'm absolutely confused as how carts have eyes, as it can see things.
God's granted me the vision to see through the object.
Yeah, but how is it seeing things? I'm so confused on that part. It don't have eyes or a brain. It's made out of wood.
Well, I just need to know if anyone was with you, Kestrel, and it sounds like everyone else is having a conversation.
Yep.
I'm probably Also, like looting the bodies, just try to find any spare coin I can.
Well, as you get to the center there, Kestrel,
Mhm.
there would be little fragments of energy that even you, as one that does not tap into the magical arts, would feel. And some of those lumps would start to move. Arms just lifting up out of the mud, grabbing onto nothing. Torsos being raised. Bodies that were fully should be dead. Missing limbs, missing innards, rib cages absolutely eviscerated, missing chunks of their head. But regardless, there are dozens of figures that start to move under the mud.
Think we got a problem.
Oh, we got. What? What do you mean we got a problem?
You know how these guys are dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't look so dead anymore.
Oh, hell.
They must
Target
still.
practice.
I mean, they must still be alive somehow.
Kick your head.
Well, at the top of initiative, which makes sense because you are there in the epicenter of it,
Mm-hmm.
Kestrel.
Is the one that's in front of me starting to move and get up?
The 8 or 9 that are in front of you are all starting to move.
I will take out my peacemaker and take a shot at the closest one.
Go for it.
All while kind of backpedaling slightly. Kitty!
I was wondering why I was seeing a tail hit your head.
Let's do
At least it's frozen on the cat. Oh, there you go.
Mm.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
So I got a 7.
Yeah, 7, plenty. They're not
Okay,
difficult to hit.
6.
How many there are? Ooh.
16 damage to that first
Yeah.
one.
First one is just blown apart. Whatever's left of it does not get back up.
Yep, and then I move back and that's my turn.
Down to Sam. Jack.
Right. Well, Sam is kind of expecting this, so not entirely caught unawares, but did not realize that Kestrel had gone to dig through the mud. Yeah. So it's just the ones in the center?
Oh no. The ones
Or
in the
all
center
around us?
started to get up first. But in the entirety of the campsite, there are dozens of them getting up.
Okay. So, gonna step over towards Ophelia and level the double barrel at the first one of them, and gonna discharge the first barrel
Go for it.
at it. So there is no multi-action penalty because I get +2 to shooting.
Oh yeah, absolutely hits.
Okay. So
Not difficult to hit. Also, that was a very good roll.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, another one is just blown to nothing left.
And then turn the other barrel on another one. I'm gonna spend a Benny to roll that.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, I have a feeling that Ophelia is little less than useful in this particular situation.
Whatever for.
Or possibly the most useful.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't believe.
Distractions are very useful. That one is just going to make it shaken. It's not quite enough to get past the defense and kill it. It does blow like a chunk out of the rib cage, but it's still up.
yeah, well, and that's boom, boom. I do not have any additional actions,
All right.
so that's me.
That particular undead going to roll the spirit. If it becomes unshaken, it does not. So that one is still reeling from the blow, but they are slowly starting to get up from all around you. I'm going to try to rapid fire these.
You know how I said that sometimes those cows get a little out of hand? Well, the cows have gotten out of hand.
Well, I've got some fucking beef with them.
On to Kestrel. Nope, I don't think any of those hit. The highest is a 3. They're still
3. Yeah, my parry's a 5.
They're still reaching for you as they're getting up, getting to their feet. The mud's still sloughing off of them. Not quite fully combat ready yet. Onto LJ.
Oh boy.
There it goes. It was just very slow. I think the first one's gonna hit you. Being an
Yeah.
11, the second one's a 5, third one's a 3.
The 11-5 hit.
So from the 5 is 5 damage.
Okay.
Is that enough to?
You're shaken.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough to.
Well, what's your toughness at?
My toughness is at 5.
Yeah,
So it would not do anything, I don't think.
I think you have to get above.
it's 0 to 3 above, which is very confusing. I think I'd have to
No,
roll 6,
well-
7, or 8.
Hmm.
Or is it saying 5, 6, 7?
I think it's 5, 6, 7 because 0 plus 5 is 5.
Okay, so you're shaken. In the first one.
Mhm.
Second one, however, is. Wow, Foundry doesn't want to cooperate. 7.
7, which is above.
So you take
Um,
a wound.
1 wound.
And now
On
I'm
to-
at 2.
Sam.
You can soak it if you want, if you have a penny.
I'll add on to that 6.
When it gets my turn, I'll do that.
It's a 10 from the first one, and I think the other 2 miss you. 2 and a 1. Uh, 4. Nope, nothing. I assume your toughness is higher than a 4.
My toughness is an 8. Yes.
Absolutely no problem. And then on to Ophelia.
I don't understand what the heck you mean about cows, because there aren't any cows here. But I'm going to cast.
Oh, sorry, these are the attacks onto you.
Oh,
So an 11, an 11, and a 4.
yeah, all those hit.
The 4 hits?
Bye, Ophelia.
I have a
Where are you?
4 as my parry.
Okay.
And you don't have any bennies.
Nope.
Can I donate bennies? I have 4. I have
Oh, hey,
not
look at
used
that.
one yet.
11 from the first one. I think it's just a wound.
That's a raise. Well, 5 toughness, so 6. That's 1. That would make me shaken.
Uh,
That
5 is nothing.
Meets my toughness.
So you would just... Can you be... What happens if you would get shaken and you're already shaken?
Wound?
Um,
Because that's what
5 meets my toughness.
Right. So the first one made you shaken. Second one would again make you shaken.
I think it would give me a wound.
Okay. Second one will
I
just
guess
I
give
was
you...
thinking. All right, AC hits, meets it, beats. Right.
The 9 from the last one, which would also give you shaken.
Awesome. 2
Yeah.
wounds.
As something grabs onto your ankles and just starts pulling you down. Very sharp nails start digging into your knees and just raking down.
What in the Lord's name is that? I'm trying to smack it.
And it's your turn.
A roll spirit, I think, to unshake.
Yes, start of your turn. Just a free spirit roll. Oh, it's just replaying. Not letting you roll? Ophelia?
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah. Spirit roll at the
I
start of your
heard-
turn.
I heard Aubrey talking, so I thought it was for her.
No.
Um,
My cat needs to stop.
He's so cute.
hey, that's a 9.
Yeah.
Hey.
You are not shaken. You don't care.
Oh, I give a shit. I'm trying to look really quick at how healing works. All right, so I have healing capabilities, the healing skill. Oh, it takes 10 minutes per wound. God dang it.
There's
I got
no
rid of
battle
healing.
medicine? This is stupid.
There's a healing spell, but I was like, I have healing. I don't need it. I got rid
Well,
of it.
it turns out.
Crap, I thought I was gonna be good. Alright, so I'm gonna cast Bolt directly down as I'm startled. Because that's the only attack. Well. Oh, I could do Havoc and like try to force them all away from me, but that's also gonna hit everybody else, I think.
I mean, the only person... I guess there are 2 people near you.
I can also try Fear, but it doesn't specify I can. Extras who fail and are panicked and wild cards roll in the Fear too. I don't want to scare my friends. Guess I'll just
For
use...
not being already terrified.
Right. I'll just like pull out my cards and like mess with them like an ADHD fidget toy, and one of them will try to shoot at the person that just clawed its freaking nails in me, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck that could possibly be and trying to make a logical explanation out of any of it. It's not working real good.
So is that Bolt?
Cocaine. It's just cocaine.
It's cocaine.
I do a spell casting. God dang it. It's not good enough.
So,
I fail.
anything happen?
No, if I fail, I fail.
Okay.
Oh, I was shaken. Oh, I unshook, so I'm not shaken anymore. Cool.
Unshook.
There aren't attack of opportunities in this game, are there? I don't remember.
Not that I
I think
know
so.
of.
I'm gonna
Hopefully
back
not.
the heck up. It's not a cow. That's not a cow. That's not a cow. That's not a cow. Are they on that cocaine? Like, they have to be on cocaine. No, that's not a cow. Undead don't exist. I'm just praying as I back up behind anybody.
So are you backing up towards your companions, which are still in the circle, or backing up away from the...
I think I'm backing up to go behind Sam, if I can.
Okay.
Because he can take a hit.
Man.
If I take
Alright.
another hit, I'm going down.
And down to LJ. Your perplexed discussion on how a cart has eyes suddenly turns into hands reaching out from the mud trying to claw into your ankles.
Well, I don't like that. So guts against to go not be shaken anymore, right? And then
Spirit.
Or you can spend a Benny
Yeah.
to just unshake
I'm
for
gonna
free.
spend a penny. Oh yeah. Get out of here. All right. If I take one more hit, I'm going down. So I
One.
am. I
From the
took
snake.
one earlier from snake. Can I, with my movement, climb onto the wagon that has eyes,
Mhm.
so I can get a upfield advantage?
Absolutely.
Very much Obi-Wan, I have the high ground moment here. And then I'm kind of like, in my head, this is like 3.5. So I'm gonna pull out the rifle as my part of my movement, and I'm gonna take, for my action, I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, I gotta go through 4 different like RPGs in my head to make sense of one.
All good.
I apologize. Okay. God
Yeah.
damn it. 4. That'll hit.
That hits, yeah.
Spend a Benny to reroll if you want to try to go for a raise.
Honestly, I feel like at this point, I'm gonna do that.
You could also save it to soak your next wound, but
Nope. I have what? These things are expendable. I got it. Let's start shooting things. That's worse. Well, I don't do anything.
The
you
four-
get to choose which one you keep. So
You get to choose which one
Oh,
you
I
keep.
can?
Yeah, the 4 hits.
Yeah.
Well, okay, then I'm keeping the top one then, and
For me, the other one, it was, do you want 2 or do you want 2?
I feel like the 2 in that case is enough. All right,
Damn.
that's 13
Yeah.
points
one-
of damage.
Nearest the cart is absolutely blown to pieces.
Great, and that's where I end my turn with the reload.
Alright.
And time to redraw initiative.
Oh boy.
How about
Well, I
that?
guess I'm going again.
Well, top is Estral.
Aubrey.
Yep. I will also seeing LJ make the very smart move of getting on top of a cart. I will also try to head towards the cart and climb up on it while laying some of these poor fellows to rest.
You are the only one at the moment that would be close enough to hear a sound that sounds like wind blowing through a mostly closed window, taking the shape of multiple whispers. Almost a whistle of a sound, but full of whispering noise.
Like that, so I'm gonna spend a Benny to see hidden things.
There, in the center of that
Mhm.
entire pile of mud in front of you, would probably be the book and the amulet. It would be coming from one or both of them.
Oh god. Ophelia, you could read these weird kind of like magic books, right?
I don't. Maybe. What book? I don't see anything.
There's something in the center. You know where the person was doing the thing, doing that ritual. Am I close to the center?
You're in the center.
In the center, is there any way I can just grab the whole body and sling it over my shoulder and run to Ophelia?
How strong are you?
Not incredibly.
I mean, you could
I
just
only
grab
have
the
a
book and the
D4.
amulet.
I don't know where they are.
Oh.
I hadn't unearthed the body yet.
I would. I'll give you a notice roll
Uh-huh. Okay.
as to not have to lug bodies around.
5.
Yeah. You dig through the mud enough until your hand finally hits that where your ears are pinpointing that sound coming from. And your fingers just brush that very dark, obsidian-like book. And it sends little bits of energy into your fingertip.
Okay, seeing the book, can I grab it and using my shooting skill, throw it at Ophelia? Because I'm good at aiming things.
Go for it.
I think that
mouse.
deserves everybody getting a penny. I mean, with that high of a roll.
That's a
It's a
22 to throw a
22.
book at Ophelia.
Holy shit.
Not only does the book come soaring your direction, but so does a handful of penny coins that just fly into each of your pockets.
Yay.
So we each get one.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Okay, and then, how close are the, cause God, how closer is everyone else? Like, all the other zombies to me right now?
There's about 6 or 7 that are within range to immediately start trying to maul you to death.
Mm-hmm.
Past them, another 10 to 15 that are within range to move to you and start mauling you.
Am I close to any upturned carts or anything?
Oh, not in the center. You're far from anything.
Because I want to put as much distance between me and said things trying to maul me as I can. Because my action was to throw a book. That was my action.
You can start sprinting back towards your allies.
That's what I'm going to start doing.
All right. Then we'll jump over to, I believe, LJ is next.
Cool. I am gonna, as I see them start running, I'm gonna take aim by the ones around them just to kind of clear a path.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I'm gonna make a shooting check. I got a 0, which, if we apply the Thaco rules here, I hit. So I should be rolling damage.
You have a Benny point.
I really want to, yeah. I don't think it can get worse than 0.
That's
But it
better.
can be a 2. It's better.
The shot is going to just explode a clump of mud. Not enough of an impact to take anything out.
Okay. And I don't think I have enough action economy to pull out my Colt Peacemaker and take another shot, so I think that's where I have to end my turn.
I think technically you have to declare that you're going to do multiple actions at the beginning of your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, then that's
All right.
it for me.
Well, I realized that I can just do the physical dice and that I don't have to worry about found working. So let's just go down the line, shall we? Start with LJ. You're up on a cart. You're gonna take nothing.
Hey, look at that.
But
Smart tactics get smart plays.
we'll jump to Kestrel, who is sprinting through the bodies. 2 5s.
5 will hit. My parry's a 5.
First one is 5 damage. I don't think that gets past your toughness.
5 damage is my toughness.
They'd be shaken.
Yep.
The second one is 3 damage. Nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't get past.
On to Sam. A 5?
Does not get past my parry.
They're clawing at you, but you're just too tough. If you would like, you are in a position to defend Ophelia. You could take 2 of the 3 attacks that would be going on to her.
I will most definitely do that. I am heroic. after
Perfect.
all.
Make 2 more attacks against you. It's a 10 from one, and then a 1 from the other.
That will hit.
The dice. 6 damage.
Does not get past my toughness.
Nothing. And then the 1 attack onto Ophelia is a 2.
Oh, thank goodness.
I sure tried. I tried. But that's them. Speaking of Ophelia, you're up.
I'm gonna grab the book and the amulet and scramble on top of the wagon with my movement. And then try to use my spellcasting to comprehend the spell book. See if I can figure out how to make this stop.
Oh. Yes. Absolutely yes to all of that. They are going to try to tip over the cart that you're on, LJ. They can't attack you, but they can attack the cart.
Oh, are they doing that before I can climb up?
Yes, this would happen on their turn. But there are
Okay.
multiple carts, so you could climb onto another one.
Okay.
Does anyone off the top of your head know what the parry of an object is? I feel like I have that in my cheat sheet somewhere.
I imagine it's pretty low.
I don't think most objects can fight back.
Secretly, the card is a mimic.
Oh, object toughness. Oh, I wouldn't roll to hit, I would just roll against its toughness. That makes sense. Nope, the cart is fine. Sorry, Ophelia, please continue.
Okay, I'm gonna climb on a cart that's not being tipped over.
Yet.
And I'm going to try to comprehend this book, hoping it's like a Bible in some way, and try to understand the they're calling magic, but I just believe it could be a dark spirit, and I just want to help it, get rid of it.
Have any sort of occult knowledge?
No, I just have spellcasting.
Being one that fully believes that her power comes from the divine, would you say that this would apply to occult writings and magic?
Well, if there's good, there's bad.
I'm
So
leaving
she
it up
could-
to you.
I would assume she would understand that there's evil versions since she believes in the devil. So she would believe in like heaven and hell like aspect. She doesn't believe she's been dealing with demons personally, but
Sure. Yeah, Go for it.
yes.
go for it.
Okay. Please roll well. That was not well. Okay.
Any point?
I do, but I also might die. Fuck it, it's Morton. I need to roll well. Do better.
That was
Fuck,
the
it's the
identical roll.
Bullshit.
We're having this effect now.
That was a 2 and a 2.
Mm,
Hey, be glad it's above 0.
was that my action? I'm assuming that's an action.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I'm just like looking at it confused. I'm like, this is nothing like the Bible. What kind of Bible is this? So I'm flipping through the
It's called the Satanic Bible.
Necronomicon. What the frick is a Necronomicon?
Klaatu, Verata, Nictu.
It's in a different language completely.
Did not critically fail, so that's good. Down to a 6. Okay, so we're good. We didn't forget your quick this time. You just really did roll or draw the lowest of the bunch.
Yeah,
Then the same.
yeah, I did. All right. I am going to use multi-action to reload the shotgun, and then shoot the shotgun at one of these things, keeping myself as close to Ophelia as possible.
Go for it. That hits. One is just there 1 second, the next second it is a mist.
Femur mist.
What are you doing up there, girl? Can you read it or not?
I'm trying.
Well, try harder. Pray to your God.
I'm trying. I'm
Insight.
doing that too at the same time. It's kind of confusing. This is in the weird language. It's in like lawyer talk or something.
It's in Georgian.
Oh, wait. Oh, your talk. That makes no sense.
It's all very technical, very scripted.
There's an upside down pentagram.
I don't know what symbol this is. It looks like one of
Gold?
those Jewish symbols, but I think I might be wrong. I don't know. I get them mixed up.
You have a second shot.
No, because I'm already at a -2. I'm not. I would have had to go to an actual -2, and I'm not doing that. Plus,
Okay,
that means
gotcha.
I don't have to reload next round.
Perfect. Top of round 3.
Oh no.
Undead get to go first. They are awake now.
Can I really just? When I remember it, I'm drawn above a 5.
Still above a 5, we just passed. Well, LJ, let's start with you. To the wagon you're
boy.
standing on.
Yeah, the
Got
one
all
I like
these-
being on.
Nope, that's a
nice.
fail. Fail. Hey, that one's a success. One of them is going to just start tearing into the cart that you're standing on, making it unsteady, but not quite ripping it out from under your feet. Onto Kestrel. That's a 5, a 5, and an 11.
Hit with a raise.
First 5 is
I'm
4.
already shaken. So
4.
yeah, that's not gonna get over my my toughness.
Second one, a 5.
That will get to my toughness, so I guess I will take a wound because I'm already shaken.
And then the one that got the raise. Also a 5. A 1, a 1, and a 3.
And yeah, I'm at 2 wounds.
Sam, you're basically taking all of Ophelia's attacks, if you're okay with that.
Yep.
An 8, a 5, and a 3.
The 8 hits.
I'm sure it's not going to get past your toughness. Of 8. Oh, wait. That's a 6. 9, 10.
That will get past my toughness.
By how much?
2.
So you're just shaken.
Yep.
And then the 3 attacks that Ophelia would have gotten. A 9. I think that gets past your parry.
Yep. Yep, it does.
$16.
Use a Benny.
Yeah, I'm using a Benny on that one.
Ignore the 16 damage.
Yeah.
That was a really good roll.
Yeah, it was.
But that's them. All done. Onto Kestrel. A spirit roll, please.
-2. It's a d6. God, I want to save those bennies for absorbing damage. It's a 0.
You're still shaken.
Oh no.
Welcome to the club.
Means you can only take 3 actions.
Ophelia, read faster.
They're just
Trying.
starting to pile onto you, grabbing your legs, physically making it so you can't even run. You're dragging them through the mud now.
Yeah, so there's really nothing you can do unless, well, I think it's just spend a Benny to remove the shaken.
Sure.
Or
Sounds
do I
good to
do
me.
this? I was like, I don't remember if I do it or I do it at the beginning of my turn.
Nope, sounds good to me. Go for it.
Okay, I'll spend a Benny until I'm no longer shaken.
I feel like it's like Monopoly rules where you like roll doubles and then, or you don't roll doubles, so then you use your get out of jail free card.
And then you
Yeah.
immediately roll doubles.
Yeah. Is that my turn?
No, dude, you're not shaken.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, then oh, that's do I take a -1 to attack multiple times, or do I just take a shot?
They're
Because
not
I'm already
hard,
at a -2.
not hard to hit.
So yeah, I'm gonna take a -1 to shoot twice.
I have an important question. Why aren't there the give a luck thing available as a option for me to use my spirit point?
Because I forgot to turn it on.
I'd like to spend 1750 for that, please.
Hold on, let me turn it on.
It's only a 3 for the first shots.
Get luck, where? Grant some luck. There you go. Should be there.
It's a 17.
Yeah, that hits with like 3 raises. 4 raises.
Cool. And
3 raises.
come on. That's 7 damage on one of them.
7 is enough to take it out. 1 less attack is going to be coming for you.
Yep.
So there's one floating luck, and then I took it for myself.
Perfect.
Oh, somebody gave me one.
Some
Well, thank you.
benevolent figure will never know who that could possibly be. But yeah, you have a. That was only your first attack. I think you have 1 more.
No, my first attack just straight up whiff.
Oh, then you did this.
My first attack was the 3.
Gotcha. Well, we're down to LJ.
Well, now I'm getting mad.
Get mad. Rage.
Great. Alright, 1 action to rage, and then I'm gonna use sudden charge. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the
Furious
Colt
Finish.
Peacemaker. Oh yeah, I'd love to use Furious Finish in this one. I'm gonna take a -1 penalty, but because this thing has 6 shots in it, I'm gonna fire 2. 1 at the one that's successfully been doing damage to the cart, and then I'm gonna put another one in another one's head. And I am willing to spend a penny
Don't
to.
specify the head because that's another -4.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I would just like to shoot it, please.
Just shoot it.
I mean, it does do
How
extra
do I
In
damage.
the head,
I
but
shoot
not
it.
mechanically. How about that?
Shooting in the head does do extra damage.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, but
minus
I already
seven.
take a -3 penalty. That's a -7. You think I can hit on that?
Depends on how many times you explode.
All right, let's see your first attack.
I really
Okay.
should have like gotten some dynamite. I really should. My brain was like, invest in dynamite. I should have invested in dynamite.
All right, so a multi-action penalty,
Mhm.
-2. So I'm taking -4 to this.
See that explosion?
Whee!
First attack.
First one's a 0.
That's fine.
You spend Betty's to reroll whichever ones you want.
Okay. You can only go up from here.
And you have a free reroll from our good friend here.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to die yet. Or at least
You have to get back to sugar.
Yeah, true. I was about to say a joke there that I forgot about stream. Okay. Come on. We literally could do better than this.
Hey.
Okay, we exploded once. 5. That'll
That hits.
hit something.
That hits.
Okay. Alright. Alright, we're getting somewhere. That's the damage thingy right there. And then
That's 1 less
Okay.
attack onto you.
alright. Please be more than 0.
It's a
Can we switch
0.
to AD&D now, please? Please? I want to use Thaco rules.
I
I've been
mean,
killing it.
your first shot takes
Uh-huh.
one out. Second one shoots the same one. It's very dead.
Okay, I'm not gonna spend another penny because I'm at 2 wounds and I'm gonna die if I. Alright, I'm going to. How close is another cart to me?
15 feet maybe? It's the one that Ophelia's on.
Alright, how much. What is the statistical odds that I can jump 15 feet?
Whatever
Long
the
jump?
dice say they are.
No. I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
At worst, they face plant.
I want to say athletics? Agility. Yeah, athletics, agility.
Yeah, athletics. So I fail,
We're
and I face
absolutely
plant into the dirt.
going to land short in a new condensing group of the undead. So the one less attack that would have been on you has been...
So it's been nice knowing y'all. It's been a fun session.
Yep.
I think we're gonna just come to terms with this one today, and that
Down
is the
to
end of my turn.
Ophelia.
Okay. Gonna try to do the book thing again.
Do it. Have a reroll.
I do. I'm rerolling.
You're rolling the 1.
Hey, it could be 0. All right, I'd rather take 1.
I got a 4.
It's a success. I will ask you what exactly you would like to do with the book, now that you have started to make sense of it.
I want to get these weird creatures to stop fighting.
I'm a necromancer.
How many power points do you have at the moment?
11, because I keep using Deal with the Devil, so that doesn't use my power points.
The deal with the devil doesn't... Any leftover is not gained, it's just...
No, I know.
Right.
I haven't gained any. I just haven't used
I get what you're
any.
saying.
I used each of my spells like once, and we took an hour between one of them, so.
How many points would you like to put into them?
Do I have a feeling at how many I need to put into this?
1 point does not seem like a whole lot.
Nine points.
Okay.
That way I can still cast one thing. Desperation.
Always save one bullet for yourself.
Of the 41 that were left, 27 of them scattered around the battlefield are just going to slowly come to a stop. Just stand there. I will have the number of attacks onto everyone.
I am reading the book and I'm just like, I don't know what I just did, but it
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
It stopped him from doing things.
It is 3 zombies per point spent. Anything else? You also now know the power zombie.
I know the power zombie.
I cast Powered Zombie, please.
Pretty much.
I will cast a zombie to fight the zombies? No. I don't want to do that. Okay, so that was my action, I'm assuming. So I'm just gonna like stay up where I am near Sam still, but like on the cart. And keep trying to read, like trying to make sense of everything.
Alright. And then somehow, again, last, damn. Statistically, this is getting getting unlikely.
That's a veteran power, that's awesome.
So we are going to
Spirit roll, please. Fight off the shaken.
Alright. And do I get to add my grit to this? Yes. Because I actually have
Your
grit.
grit lets you re-roll, I think. is
Oh,
what
my
it's-
grit lets me reroll. Okay.
Or your guts. I don't know.
I don't know. That's the problem with the.
That's still a success. No longer shaken.
I did not need to worry about it either way. Yeah. So we are going to. Yeah, we're gonna shoot. Yeah, we're gonna shoot and then reload. So.
Go for it.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Big time that hits.
Uh,
You have to roll really low for this not to obliterate another one.
better. That's a raise on that, right?
That's 2 raises.
Mhm.
Yep. Obliterated.
Yeah, because my math's all weird on that because I wrote it how it was in the book.
It's all good.
And then I then reload, and that is me.
Perfect.
Don't know what you're doing, girl, but keep it up.
Top of initiative. Getting to go twice in a row. Let's see it, buddy. Sam again.
Woohoo! Yeah, we are removed from that, and I have both barrels again, so I'm gonna double. I'm gonna multi-action.
Ophelia, you have a question for you.
Do I? Oh, hey, Kelly. That's a great question.
That's a hit.
Absolutely hits.
Yeah.
Holding a tray of dice. And that's enough to clear out the ones that are immediately around you. You will take no attacks this round.
Woo.
Other than the ones that would be going for
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna shoot one of those.
it. Go for it. Yep. No problem.
Uh,
Shotguns are brutal up to like 8 feet away.
Yeah.
Going to take off an attack that would go into Ophelia.
and then I'll, use my my move to be as close to her as possible.
Heck yeah, you are clearing out a swath of them around the pair of you. Over to LJ. You, unfortunately, are still surrounded, having landed not quite prone, but not quite reaching your long jump destination.
All right, I'm gonna swashbuckler style this. Use that momentum to go into a roll, and
Beaumont,
use my-
right?
I feel like I'm more of a stylish.
So
would
battle
say
dancer.
Fencer.
Mhm.
Yeah, battle
Okay.
dancer is probably
Battle
a little
dancer?
more like it.
Mm.
So I use one action to get up onto the cart that's the closest that one of Ophelia's on.
Onto Ophelia's cart.
And I have 4 remaining in the chamber, so I'm gonna use 2 shots here. I'm gonna spend some chat points. This is what watching your content is leading to. And
Why anyone's
I'm
here.
going to, yeah. Little Joy McLean is gonna start shooting some of the closer ones. Okay. Oh, that was so close. 1. Reroll.
Roll it.
Okay, 1 explosion. All right,
That's
10.
a hit.
That'll hit and raise.
Yep.
So here's the Peacemaker. And roll raise. There we go.
Yeah.
28 points of damage.
Okay.
Ugh.
I think I made up for the last turn.
One of them
Something
no longer
disappeared.
exists. One never existed in the first place.
And then I immediately turn the gun on to another close one. And
Turn the gun on to
pray that
Sam.
Yeah, just we found what's lower than
A
0.
-1.
But it's not a critical fail.
It's not a crit.
-1. Okay.
Okay. So my self-esteem could go slightly lower now. That's the end of my turn.
All right.
And how many
That's
are
true.
around me that are still trying to kill me?
Around you, your immediate vicinity, you're looking at like 5 or 6.
They're all still trying to kill me?
Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, half of them
Cool.
would have been neutralized. So you're looking at like a bad internet that keeps doing this, worst possible moments. And I'm gonna keep talking because it's gonna come back eventually. There
Yes.
it goes.
Yes.
You're looking at maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3? If it's 2 of them, well, for 2 of them, I have 2 more bullets left in this gun, so, I'm gonna take that penalty to shoot twice.
Go for it.
So to get a... Keep forgetting my +2 for the gun. I also keep getting my +1 to all my damage rolls because of my hindrance.
That's matter.
Your +2 is negated. Yeah.
That hits.
That hits. Yep. And so hey, for 12.
One is obliterated.
Cool.
Shot.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say 15. That's
I
Two
was curious
raises.
if it was gonna keep that 6 or make it a 2 after it got knocked over.
I was just like, please.
2 raises.
For 8.
Yeah, that's
You get extra. Well, that's enough to kill it. I think.
8, 9. Yeah.
8 is actually only going to make it shaken.
And the 9 doesn't make it shaken because I didn't add in my +1.
The
for
9 will kill it.
Okay.
Eh.
Oh, my fun zombies are all dying.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. And then that is everything I can do other than just continuing to back away from the zombies.
Well, one last ditch effort. One attack against Sam. 3, that's absolutely not going to hit. There's the ones that followed LJ over. They're attacking the cart that the 2 of you are standing on.
That's weird.
First one. Nope. Second one. Nope. Exact same number. Third one. Maybe? No. I gotta beat an 8. They did not beat an 8.
Hooray.
I think, if I do my math correctly, there were none against Sam, 1 left against Ophelia, which I'm gonna take it apart. Oh. I get excited when I see the 6 and it's like 1. Thanks. Appreciate it. And the 1 attack against Kestrel.
That's a lot wild dice. I don't. That's more dice. I don't like it.
23.
23 is gonna hit.
I think that's all of the raises. Do you have a Benny to like negate?
Yeah, I have one Benny.
Okay.
I have one Benny.
Before I
Hold
roll
on.
this, do you want to spend that?
I got it. Wait, hold on. I got it.
Or I can roll it and
I've
then you
watched-
can spend it.
I was just gonna see, like, 'cause there's a chance it doesn't get above
That's a good point.
my parry, and I want to make sure if it doesn't get above my parry, I'm okay.
Okay.
How many raises is that? What?
Uh,
I think the
One.
max is.
5.
I've only seen up to a
2?
max of 3 wounds because that would kill you.
Wait, I thought it's every 4 after.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be? 23 is. Hold on. I don't know. I'm.
15.
15, yeah, I'm soaking that.
I figured. My last
no more
ditch
minutes.
effort. But, fittingly, last into initiative, Ophelia.
Okay, so I'm reading the zombie spell, and it specifies the necromancer may terminate his creation's unlife at any time, regardless of sight, distance, or other factors.
Mhm.
And his power points then begin recharging normally. And so, can I? But I have to voice say it. So, can I just say, all of you go back to death where you are meant to be?
Absolutely.
Do I have to roll for that?
Don't.
Oh, thank goodness. I just hold my holy symbol, and I'm like, okay, I think I got this, guys. Everybody go back to sleep. You guys to go back to where you belong in your graves. We're gonna all go back to heaven and or hell. I'm not questioning your choices. But go to bed and go back to death. I think I don't understand that completely, but can we just stop now, please? Thanks.
Looking up at Ophelia from that perched position on the cart, just commanding all these beings to return to rest. 3 of you would see a looming shadow behind Ophelia. Just flip a coin up into the air, catch it. Do all the shush motion, and then slowly just fades out. But the creatures around you, all one by one, will just lose their animation. They will slowly drop to the ground, collapsing again to lifeless corpses.
I did good. I did good, right? I did good.
Just fine. Now, I want you to put that book, put it down on the cart there.
But if we leave it here, it's gonna be Grandpa's.
Oh, we ain't leaving it here.
Do I have any just because I'm asking, do I have any pull towards this book at all?
Much as you want. There's no supernatural force telling you to hold on to
Okay,
it.
cool. I'll place it down and be like, but what if they come back?
I mean, I don't know how many of us are in the good enough shape to fight them off again.
Well, see, that's the thing. Generally, once you put them to sleep, the cows stay asleep.
I'm still not understanding this cow reference because they are not cows.
Yeah, because they were definitely dead. They were definitely dead. You know,
I
you
think
see the
they were
missing
just-
arms and then
I think they were just real sick.
No, they were the unliving.
they got that cocaine sickness.
I have to stick to Doubting Thomas. I'm sorry.
We're gonna have words about that at some point. But for right now, I think it's probably best if we just mosey on out of here.
Are we destroying the book?
Actually, Sam is gonna find a bag of some kind, saddlebag,
I'm saddlebagging
sack,
my horse.
and just kind of using his Bowie knife, scoop it into the bag. That's the kind of thing that he has to turn in.
I just think it'd be hilarious if like she was drawn to this power and suddenly wanted to keep it. Didn't even realize she wasn't doing the Lord's work anymore.
Well,
She never
With-
was, but still.
your bounty intact, are all free to return. And while you didn't recover all of the money that was taken, you did recover everything taken from them. Which is still at least going to net you all a reward of 200 silver. And of course, there was no one left to bring back alive, so unfortunately, no extra. But-
Well,
But after that, the bounties would go back to being a little more boring, a little more close to home, things you would be used to. Only one that I really have a question for would be Ophelia.
Mm-hmm.
In the following days, your dreams would not be unpleasant, would be kind of comforting, of passages from a book. Could certainly jot down page for page, word, word.
She probably thinks it's a sign from God and would write it down.
She's a prophet.
It's a book that gave you the power to save your allies, that put all those sick people back to sleep.
It's God telling me I'm a prophet. I need to go out and make sure all these sickly people don't stay sickly much longer, and they go to rest.
The-
I'm also not gonna. Well, yeah, I probably wouldn't mention it to everybody else. I'll just be like, I had a really good dream last night. But somebody will probably eventually see the book.
Well, the brown leather binding of the book that started writing down the pages. Over time, the ink or something must be seeping into the binding because it is slowly starting to turn black.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
I use this ink for all my other books, and that doesn't happen. But this must be different paper. They don't make paper like they used to.
But with that in mind, and all of you hailed as local heroes with your 5 minutes of fame, your job, your prime picks of future bounties, that is where we're going to call our game of Deadlands to an end.
Hooray!
Yay.
Next time we come back, maybe Ophelia's the bad guy.
Well, you-
Accidentally.
Well, you might not be a huckster anymore. Oops. Anyways,
See,
let's get this. There it is. So, I'm going to go over to the table, give you all a chance to tell the people who you were. If you got any projects that people should check out, let us know. And then we'll sign off and hit the hay. Starting backwards with Nikki.
Hi, I'm Nikki, aka the creator of Beholder to No One, a TTRPG podcast. And it's all about TTRPGs, so you can watch discussions or one-shots or actual plays. I'm also the DM for Awfully Queer Heroes. It's really late and I'm also kind of still drunk, so I apologize for the weirdness. Messing up my words. I'm also the DM for Awfully Queer Heroes with their Tower of the Souls, and was the DM for their Uncaged Anthology series. I'm currently also in a Shadowrun game, the last game for Escape from Aslan is on Tuesday at 8 p.m. and the 7th episode, I believe, or 8th episode is going to be Escape. For Shadowrun Spring of the Fireflies is on Friday, tomorrow at 2 p.m. So you should come watch that, where I play Paladin tomorrow, who has an interesting love life going on right now. They keep getting hurt, or wants to kill her, and it's just a great time. Hold on. I have to look at my calendar really quick. Next week, I will also be here for the Slayers game, and next Friday, 2000 Tales is coming back with Season 2 on Friday at 9 p.m. for a Monster of the Week game. And I miss it, so I'm really excited that it's coming back. I get to play Karen, the royal fuck-up of the group. But other than that, yeah, you can find me on Beholder to No One.
Heck yeah. Down to Kyle.
Yeah, I'm Kyle, also known as Shadowhawk around these parts. I really don't have much in the fire. I've other than hanging out here with the Lost Caravan. Although I do hang out with Nikki on Saturday nights. I play in one of her games. And yeah, so I'm here next week for both the Pathfinder one-shot and the Slayers game. And then we have a new Lancer game that starts Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that Saturday game, the Sunday game, which is also a paid game, has an open spot if you want to play in a very open world sandbox mode game in Waterdeep.
Absolutely.
Just message me.
You know how to hit her up. But yeah, jump over to Aubrey. A lovely Mad Queen.
I am Aubrey. You can find me everywhere on the internet. Mad Queen Cosplay. I am the GM and co-producer of Goblets and Gays. Awesome queer Pathfinder 2e stuff. If you enjoy that, we upload episodes every Wednesday, and then usually every other Friday we've got some bonus stuff. Tomorrow we actually drop a one-shot set in my own homebrew world. I brought in some really great people, and they go hunt a werewolf. It is a lot of fun, and it went in many directions I was not expecting. And then usually every Monday, you can catch me over on Nat 20 Productions as part of the cast of Wayward Arcadium. More great Pathfinder 2e goodness, but this time set in a magical school. Next week is part 2 of Parents Week, or Parents' Day at the school, and I have my character has the absolute worst father as voted by the chat, and it is amazing. No. And I love that they hate my character's father so much because he's so creepy and possessive. It is bad, but great for me. I have so much fun with it. And then you also catch me on Bring Your Own Mech, great queer Lancer podcast that uploads every other Thursday. I think we're about to finish up my character. I think next week my character actually gets married, so that's fun.
As you do.
Yeah. And I think it's
married.
Yeah.
And then we'll jump up James.
Yes. Hi.
Pulls out
I am
scripts.
James from Dead. Oh yeah, no, this is a rehearsed bit at this point, just for how often I'm over here. Yes, I'm James from Deadly D8, where we do a bunch of Pathfinder animated content for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Tomorrow we have a stream from 9:30 Eastern Time to around 11:30 with a good friend of mine off of Twitter, and Prophet. I've worked with him many times when it comes to homebrew, but we're going to teach people how to homebrew in 2e, because it seems like a lot of people are trying to get into the game. And okay, then this Sunday I'm here for the Morning Lancer game, which is the recurring one.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. And then I don't have any more games scheduled for this month, fortunately here, but I will be back eventually. I always do. And yeah, just check me out on Twitter, Pathfinder Infinite. I have a few books dropping there, and a lot of other stuff is under NDA, so I'm not allowed to talk about it. This is a really cut down version. I'm really tired.
Yes, so James is part of the Morning Lancer game, Corruption from Within, and Kyle is going to be part of the evening game, disappearing space.
It's so much fun.
So much fun.
It is so much fun.
But yes, I have been Andrew, your games master for the evening. I love tabletop RPGs so much. I am amazed that I get to do this every week, and people keep showing up for some reason. Couldn't tell you why, but they do. Pretty sure everyone gets paid. They keep telling me they don't, but what are you gonna do?
If I do, you owe me money.
But yeah, like I said, we have a bunch of games coming up next week. We got Lancer this weekend, we got 5e, we got Pathfinder and Slayers next week. If you like what we do and you want to join us, join our Discord down below, to where we post all the information, and where we just generally hang out and be nerds. So, with that in mind, I think I'll try and find someone to invade. It looks like Nightmare Nexus is online. And they probably still have like an hour to go, so I'm going to throw a raid over to them. First, I'm going to wish you all a goodbye, good night, and we'll see you next time. Raid in 10, 9, 7, 5, 4. Bye-bye.